Hello, everybody. We are back with more investigations, too. The last time we finished case 4, this time we're starting case 5. I think the rest speaks for itself. Let's get in it. I'll have to play it by ear if the volume is good when we get into it, though, because, had to adjust things for Mario, and I haven't quite adjusted it back yet. We'll see, though. We'll see. Oh, man. Is there a demon roaming around in here? What's that sound? Oh, damn, it might be. Actual goddamn monster. Oh, man. Oh, hey, it's this little freak from the 4th case. I think we saw him in the background. Why is he glowing? That's odd. I don't think young boys are supposed to do that. Or turn into giant dragons. That's quite the opening. I glean nothing from that, but we'll figure it out as we go along.
So, what are y'all gonna do now? I reckon you're through being a prosecutor, right?
Yes, that's true, I suppose. I'm no longer a prosecutor. However,
You can't stop thinking about what Mr. the Killer said, right?
indeed. I congratulate you on resolving this case. However, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved?
I don't think his voice was coming through that clear on that speaker, Edgy.
Get out of my fucking head! The case isn't over yet. The person in the red hood who kidnapped Kay at Gourd Lake, and this letter from an unknown sender.
I don't know, I think ever since I got my memory back, I've just been able to get in tune with your thoughts a lot more.
I would appreciate it if you didn't. Someone's schemes are at work behind the case.
Must be tough having a case you just solved still nagging at the back of your mind. Well, I got some investigating of my own to be doing, so I'll be off. That's amazing. You've already decided on your next scoop? What are you saying there, Missy? Don't you be underestimating the likes of Lotta Hart. I've covered a lot of scoops, you know. I always have an extra scoop or two up my sleeves.
Oh, fuck. Who's calling for help?
Yikes! What's that?
Oh, right. You also made an appearance in the last case.
Someone, please help.
This woman is... What's happened?
Somebody's dead. A monster.
A monster?
It's a scoop. A scoop's calling me. Please follow me. It's this way.
Nice fucking run animation, Lotta.
Has something else happened? Again?
I don't know. At any rate, we should follow her for now.
Huh? These are genuine hoof prints.
Hoof prints? Impossible! No animal could be this large.
Mr. Edgeworth, look!
Oh shit, what are the two of you doing here? Agent Lang, why is he here?
Ah, someone's on the ground.
It can't be. The president of Zhang Fa, Dijun Huang. He's got mustard on his shirt. Also, I think he's dead. Agent Lang? Mr. Prosecutor, didn't take you long to get here. What happened? What happened? Ha! That's what I'd like to know. It would seem that he's in a considerable amount of shock over the president's death. However, what exactly are these giant footprints? And what could have happened to the president?
It's a monster.
A monster?
Yes, sirree. Looky here. Ain't no doubt about it. These are clearly the footprints of a monster. On this day, mankind received a grim reminder. We live in fear of the mighty Mozilla.
Mighty Mozilla?
This here's a scoop. I got myself a scoop. Man trampled to death by a monster. I reckon it'll be a top story in tomorrow's paper.
What nonsense. There are no such things as monsters. Wait, it can't be. Oh man, I forgot the voice I gave you. I am Dijun Huang. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. The real assassin was you all along! That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life. That man, could he have... Hey, you! Were you the first to discover the body?
Yes, well...
Agent Lang? Lang Z says... First come, first suspected. You! Did you really just discover the body?
Of course. Please calm down, you're scaring her.
He does seem to have lost his composure. Calm down. How am I supposed to calm down? Do you know who's been murdered? Dijun Huang, the president of Zhangfa. No, Agent Lang, this isn't like you. When we first met, you had an army of subordinates under your command. And you boasted of having the highest arrest rates in Interpol. And what now? Did you forget the fundamentals of investigation along with all of your men? What did you say? Instead of questioning people at random, you should investigate the crime scene first. Am I wrong? I don't need you to tell me that. I'll do a thorough investigation. Well, at least it seems he's calmed down for now.
Mr. Edgeworth, let's investigate too.
Yes, let us investigate. Hey, Rubbish, don't worry, you missed basically nothing. We are just now starting the investigation. Right now, I do not have any investigation rights. But until the police arrive, President down, true.
What are y'all saying? Ain't it obvious who done it? The man behind it all is the mighty Mozilla. Well, I guess it ain't the man behind the slaughter. It's more like the monster behind it, you know?
Good grief. Could you please just try not to interfere with the investigation?
Shut your trap! You're the one who better not be sticking your nose in my business. I ain't forgiving you if you mess up my scoop. Excuse me?
The woman who first discovered the body. I feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Well, nothing ringing any bells right now.
You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me?
Yes? That case. From before.
Huh? Do you know her?
Yes, I do. At least I think I do.
My name's Kay Faraday. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. My, you have such a cute assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I'm an assistant at Global Studios. I'm in charge of the props and sets. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, that was it. I once handled a case that occurred during the filming of The Steel Samurai. The woman was a member of the show's staff and she was involved in the incident. I must have met with her on numerous occasions over the course of the case. But to be honest, I had completely forgotten about her. It's nice to see you again. The fact that you are here must mean that this place is...
Yes, this is sort of an outdoor film lot for Global Studios. They're shooting a movie here right now. I was the first to arrive today to set up everything for the filming. But everything seems strange. Those giant footprints and that dead body.
I see. We shall examine the body. Anyway, could you please contact the police?
Yes, right away.
I'll have to take the time to listen to her story later. First, let's examine the scene. There are many things besides the body that concern me. I need to examine every nook and cranny of this place. Dut. Alright. Look at the body.
Wow, it really is the president.
Yes. I think we just saw him alive a few days ago. The The fact that this whole game takes place over the span of a week or so is fucking crazy.
That would make this a presidential assassination, right?
I mean, I guess, don't most Ace Attorney games, but I don't know, it just... Especially with this one, it's just like, what the fuck? This is a bit flashy for an assassination.
Well,
There are no visible external wounds, but it's pretty clear that he's already passed away.
so then I guess he really did get stepped on by a
Monster? Huh. Impossible. I don't actually remember the time span most of these Attorney games. I mean, okay. Dual Destinies and Trials and Tribulations are the obvious exceptions. Those games have cases that get flung all over the timeline, but you know.
Huh? Don't the president's clothes look a bit dirty to you?
Indeed, there appears to be some sort of yellow stain.
I bet it's monster drool.
Okay, please be more serious. We'll need to have forensics take a closer look at this stain. So, this was the state of the body. I should make a note of it. Man is dead. Look at the footprint.
There are broken pieces of concrete scattered all around the president.
Yes, they were probably scattered about when the ground got damaged.
That must have been when the monster's foot went.
How did you do that? I'm scared. If the culprit was actually a monster...
That looks like a hoof the way it's split in two like that. Yep, it definitely looks like a monster's footprint to me. And there's even 3 of them, Mr. Edgeworth.
3 footprints? Why not 2? Jeez, what were they thinking? There's no such things as monsters. Do you honestly believe they exist?
No, not really, but wouldn't it be cool if they did exist?
We're searching for the truth, Kay. Not for what is cool. Nerd.
What's this white thing? Wait, is this a bone? Looks like we got a new case on our hands.
It looks less like a bone, more like some kind of horn. Okay. Oh, hold on. Miss Nichols, where does this entrance lead to?
It's connected to the Grand Tower lot.
Does this case also have something to do with that building? Building with a secret 51st floor where the black market auctions were being held. It'd be strange if it were still hiding a few more secrets. This lock and chain.
Ah! Someone cut through the chain! What? I'm pretty sure it was locked up properly yesterday, though.
That's possible the culprit forced his way in through here.
Duh!
What is it?
It's completely dented in. How did this happen?
There's indeed a huge dent in the fence over there. Something rather heavy must have struck it, in order to make a dent like that.
It wasn't like that at all yesterday.
It wasn't? This dent was made last night. Interesting, interesting. Let's talk to everybody except for Lang. Okay, but no, seriously, Lotta's right here, so let's talk to her first.
What do you want? I'm a busy gal. You best not get in my way.
Why are you so obsessed with that monster? Such a thing couldn't possibly exist.
What'd you say? I ain't letting that pass. Moozilla lives, I'm sure of it. It's the mightiest monster on this side of the Pacific Rim.
I don't suppose you have some kind of basis for that?
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. What? You saw it? No way. Yes way, the mighty Moozilla was really here. Last night when I was on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
You mean when you were snooping as usual around the black market auction?
That's right. It was right around here when I took this photo. That's the photo of the person in the red hood. That was Jill Crane, right? You see those blinds next to the red hood? Well, the mighty Moozilla was on the other side. But there's nothing in the photo. It's mighty hard to capture something like that from such a distance, but I seen it plain as day. Moozilla's giant eye was peering in through those blinds.
The monster was peering in?
Looky here, now ain't the time for this. I gotta gather my materials, Y'all are in my way, now get! Shoot!
How absurd.
Mr. Edgeworth, you must be completely dumbfounded right now, aren't you?
Was it that clearly written on my face? Well, that was worthless. I'm sorry, Lang. I shouldn't have ignored you. What's up?
Mr. Prosecutor, so we meet again.
Hey, Kiki. President down. Indeed. Just a few days ago, we met at the detention center. Agent Lang, what brings you here?
Just some boring work. Nothing you need to know about. You always pick the worst time to show up. Anyone ever tell you that bad things happen when you're around? Just don't get in the way of my investigation, okay? I must avenge the death of our president.
Why are you here?
You arrived here before us.
What were you doing in a place like this?
You suspect me?
Come now.
I heard a scream. It was a woman who found the body. You hearing the scream? I came in through that entrance over there. Apparently, it wasn't locked.
Then why is there a lock on the ground over there? I should take a closer look, even though I already did.
When I got in, the woman who found the body was already running out the other exit over there.
Yeah, but so he came here around the same time we did. Why were you at the Grand Tower?
Well, I have my reasons.
He also said something along those lines when we met at the detention center.
Maybe he's really a fan of giant monsters and he came to sneak a peek at the Moozilla set. Giant monsters. I've no interest in such things.
He clearly doesn't think the murderer is a monster either. It's regrettable what happened to the president.
Yeah, Huang was the pride of Zhengfa, and yet...
It seems like you were quite close to the president.
The previous head of the Lang clan, my father, served under President Huang.
I can see the resemblance.
Protecting the life of the president has long been our clan's greatest duty. My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan. Those medals in that will, they were the pride of our clan. Our family treasures, so to speak. Who would have thought the day to unseal that will would arrive so soon? So then I guess the president was like a close family friend. But during the incident at Gord Lake, why weren't you with the president, Mr. Lang? Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my old man were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then he suddenly changed, as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhengfa.
12 years ago. I wonder what went on then.
Even so, I still respect the man. Zhengfa is a small country, but he carried the nation with his strength. Damn it! Just what were his bodyguards doing?
You already contacted the embassy?
Yeah, of course. I've also informed Zhengfa and my clan as well. I'm pretty hectic there, with the will and all. But it'll be the same here, once the bodyguards show up. If you don't want to see me rip into them, I suggest you get out of here, stat. Mr. Prosecutor, right now I'm just a single Interpol agent. Literal lone wolf. They probably won't let me be in charge of the investigation. But you better believe, my fangs are as sharp as ever. I'll definitely capture the culprit with my own hands. And you'd better not get in my way.
Okay. Fuck. Anyway, what's up, girl?
I'm sorry about earlier. I was a little flustered.
Were you here alone?
Yes, I arrived before everyone else today in order to get things prepared. When I entered the lot, I immediately noticed those giant hoof prints. The monster's footprints, right? Weren't you surprised? Yes, because they hadn't been there yesterday evening.
So that means the footprints were made last night.
Well, when I first saw them, I thought they were part of the set. When I got closer to the studio, I saw that a person had collapsed.
You didn't notice until you got closer?
Lately, it seems my eyesight has gotten worse again, and my glasses aren't strong enough. As I approached the body, I finally realized what it was. I was so scared, I ran away.
And that was when she ran into us. Okay. You said they were filming a movie. Could it be Steel Samurai?
No.
So it wasn't.
We're making a monster movie this time around. Have you ever heard of the Mighty Moozilla series?
I'm sorry, but no.
Mr. Edgeworth isn't interested in anything other than the Steel Samurai, after all.
That's not...
I guess that's to be expected, as the promotion for the film hasn't really started yet. The Mighty Moozilla. Its revival breaks its 12 years of silence. It's a long-awaited sequel to the original series, so the staff are all fired up. The film is set at the Grand Tower, so we're filming on location around this area.
Come to think of it, yesterday. What's wrong, pal? Did something happen at the Grand Tower? Oh, yeah. There was the whole scene thing, yeah. I saw them filming something then. Must have been this.
I bet it ends with Moozilla completely destroying the Grand Tower. I wonder. Have to look forward to finding out in theaters. If you like, you can have this.
Let's see. The Battle of the Century now meets its greatest rival. Mighty Moozilla versus Gordy. Wait. Gordy?
This time it won't just be Moozilla. A rival monster appears as well. Have you heard of it? Gordy of Gord Lake.
I'm all too familiar.
Wasn't it the talk of the town 2 or 3 years ago?
Yep, look at that crusty ass phoenix, right? One image.
It's a mysterious monster living in Gord Lake. By chance, someone took a photo of it.
It wasn't just the talk of the town, it was also involved in a case from my past. Gordy, Now there's a name I don't really want to remember.
When the director caught wind of that rumor, he decided to add it into the story.
I get the feeling he was a bit late to catch on.
Please look forward to seeing the showdown between these two rival monsters.
Is there anything out of place with what I've investigated so far? I should confirm what the security station was like at the scene of the crime. Miss Nichols, was the entrance to this place locked?
Yes, it's locked with this. It's one of those types I have to put in the correct numbers, right?
About this combination lock, was it also properly locked today?
Yes. When I arrived here today, it was locked tight.
Who knows the combination?
The producer, the director, the staff, and the actors. I think everyone involved in the movie knew about it.
So, anyone involved with the film could have opened the combination lock and gone in. Okay. Well, what else can we look at? Don't...
What are this iron pole is for? Oh, maybe it's used to practice tree climbing.
No, this is a film crane. It's used to capture footage from high locations. Right now it's not attached, but normally there would be a camera connected to the end.
I get it. This would be perfect for scoping out the places you're trying to steal from.
Ooh, you've been hanging around Lotto too much.
I know. You think they would let me borrow this?
And how exactly, may I ask, do you intend to bring it back home with you?
Mr. Edgeworth, you can take the base and I'll take the top part.
She actually expect me to help her?
If we take it nice and slow, we might be able to make it to your house, Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only do you want me to just help you carry it, but you plan to leave it at my house? Fucked up.
Duh! It's one of those sheets you lay out on the floor when you're having a picnic.
It's definitely a vinyl sheet. However, I don't think it's for picnics.
Mr. Edgeworth, if I may, it's actually a waterproof sheet. It's used with the crane over there. We'll cover the camera crane with it when it's raining. Then this sheet must be pretty big. Yes, it would be pointless if we didn't cover up the entire crane. The weather was overcast yesterday, so we've been using it quite a bit.
What else can we do around here? There's a monster costume in front of this building.
Mr. Edgeworth, is that really a costume? Maybe it's actually the monster who made all these footprints and it just shrunk itself down.
I'll say this one more time, so listen carefully. There is a monster costume in front of this building. It's just a costume! Damn, way to crush your dreams. Anyway, I don't really know what else to do around here, so let's, Oh yeah, there's definitely some shit around here that we can, knock together. Wow! Front entrance, which leads to the Tower Plaza, was locked with a combination lock. At the other end, the lock on the rear entrance, which leads to the Grand Tower, was broken. Now, where does this lead us?
I know this one. The culprit entered from the rear entrance, right?
Exactly. And knowing this, we now understand one more critical fact. The culprit must be someone who didn't know the number to unlock the combination.
Right. If they knew the code, it would have been way easier to enter from the front. Entering through the back door is common sense for a thief. It's much less conspicuous. We can't underestimate a culprit who thinks like a thief. Please keep your guard up.
She sure becomes lively all of a sudden when this subject gets brought up. To put it simply, everyone involved with the movie knows the combination for the lock. In other words, it's quite likely that the culprit is someone who is not involved with the film. Alright. I wonder. Do we have a deduce button? Yeah, we do. Bonk. Urethra. Doesn't this horn belong to that monster? Uzilla?
You're right. It looks just like it. Maybe it's a prop for the film.
Based on the size of the horn, the head should be quite large.
I wonder how it ended up here.
I'm sure we'll find out if we ask someone on the staff. Okay, and that's my cue to go back to Penny, I guess. Hey, Penny. Yeah, tell me about the horn, please. About this horn. Have you ever seen it before?
Huh? That's Muzilla's horn. It's a model we made to use in our ad campaign. Where was it?
It was on the ground by the back entrance, near the body.
Oh, that's strange. Muzilla's head should have been stored on the studio roof.
I suppose the head would have to be rather large, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's not as big as the real thing, of course, but it's still quite large. Look, you can see it from here.
Oh, man.
See? It's right there.
It certainly is large. Jesus. Hold on. With the trajectory there, it's possible. Dent in this fence and the broken horn. Neither of these things were there yesterday evening. Based on the fact that these two things have changed.
Yeah, could Muzilla's head have...
Indeed, the head that was on the rooftop may have tumbled down onto the ground. This is a new possibility, which would mean that... means leading me into one of these two things. If it's not this combination, it's the other one. Or I just haven't found it. No, okay, we're good. We may have found the missing murder weapon.
Duh? Really?
At the moment, I only say it's just a possibility. If the giant monster head had fallen off from the studio roof.
Yeah, that could definitely be a murder weapon.
Miss Nichols, may we investigate the studio roof?
The roof? Oh, okay. I understand. Go on ahead, but the stairs can be a little slippery, so please watch your step.
Okie dokie. Mr. Prosecutor, I'm gonna take my leave here for a bit. There's something I have to check. Agent Lang, I wonder if he's caught on to something. Huh? The boy. Boy, I'll tell you what. Why you got that, like... It's clearly supposed to be based off of the Mozilla ship, but why he got that ladybug jacket?
Move it. What'd you say? Guess you're just a brat with no manners. And you're an annoying old man. Quit your yapping already.
Duh!
I'm terribly sorry. Come on, John.
Tuh. John moment.
What were you doing? Who was that? Someone from the police. Why'd you suddenly pick a fight with him? That sure was a tense standoff.
Was it? He didn't budge an inch, even before Agent Lang.
Allow me to introduce you. This is John Marsh. He's the lead actor in our movie.
Lead actor? Is this child?
Hi, I'm Kay Faraday. It's nice to meet ya. And this is Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor? He's a pretty famous prosecutor, you know. But he's not wearing a prosecutor's badge. Duh!
He's frightfully perceptive.
Yeah. John, it's probably better if you don't go over there.
That's certainly not a sight a child should see. However, he is someone involved with the case. I'll need to speak with him later. Bullied by children again. Let's fucking go. Up to the roof. May we see the roof?
Yes, of course. Go right ahead.
Oh man, yeah, this perspective really makes it look a lot bigger. So this is Mozilla.
Huh? Somehow this doesn't feel quite right. See, this looks way cooler. It doesn't have a nose ring either. I see. You two aren't familiar with Mozilla. This is Mozilla's original design from 12 years ago. What? Then what's this? That's our take on it for the new movie. We revamped the design to appeal to modern audiences. Revamped, but it looks totally different. And no matter what way you look at this one, it's a cow.
Well, of
course. After all, Mozilla was originally a cow monster. A cow monster? Having a cow, an animal humans are very familiar with, turn into a monster, allows us to question mankind's relationship with nature. That's the theme of Mozilla. I just don't get it.
Nor do I. I won't rest until I've inspected this fucking head. Yo? Why would he say that?
We made this replica of the original Mozilla's head for promotional purposes. We'll be using it to let people know that the film is a sequel to the original series. I guess it would be hard for people to tell that they're the same monster.
As we suspected, one of the horns appears to be broken.
So did the head really crush the president? It's possible.
It's possible, however, there's something I don't quite understand.
What's that?
Miss Nichols, this head looks rather heavy. How do you transport it?
It's made so that it can be taken apart. It's not that hard if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how, it'd be pretty much impossible, I think.
Which means it would be difficult for anyone not involved in the film. When taken apart, would it be possible for one person to carry it alone?
Oh, definitely. Given enough time, even I could do it.
However, the face is,
Mr. Edgeworth, I feel like I've seen this cow somewhere before.
Indeed, I was just thinking the exact same thing. It was on board the president's plane. The storeroom of the black market auction. The president's stuffed toy!
So that was a doll of the original Mozilla.
Could this really just be a coincidence? I don't know. Alright, what else can we examine? I mean, he busted up a table. Some sort of wooden stand has fallen over. The area around us needs to be burnt black.
Huh? Mozilla's head should have been on that stand. What if the legs have broken off? Doesn't look like it can be used anymore.
Broken legs seem to be badly burnt. I think it's safe to assume that a small fire occurred here.
Small fire, huh? Is that what burnt and broke the legs of the stand?
When the legs broke, the stand would have tilted. Zella's head was on top.
It would have fallen off. So the head fell down because of the fire.
Yes, and if that's the case, I also have a pretty good idea about what caused the fire. There's a flammable can next to the heater. Seems someone is lacking in safety awareness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again. But I don't think anyone used the heater yesterday.
I see. In that case, I wonder what caused the fire. I don't know.
There's a heater here. Do you think the staff uses it to keep themselves warm?
It's possible. Though maybe spring, it can still get rather chilly at night.
Mr. Edgeworth, people are gonna think you're an old geezer if you say stuff like that. Even at the best of times, you tend to see things like an old man. Can't you at least try to be more cheerful and lively when you talk?
What the fuck are you talking about? Do I really seem that unlively? Damn. What is she waffling about? Let's get out of here. Can you calm the fuck down? Jesus. What else? I mean, I guess we could talk to the boy, but like, I feel like they should have like notified me if I was done in that area. This whole fucking investigation feels off. We are not like, we are just sort of doing things. There's not, it doesn't feel like there's like a real like order of events. You just sort of do shit. Anyway, yeah, what's up with you, kid? John, was it? Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Hey, old man, you're really a prosecutor?
Yes. Old man.
Then first show me your prosecutor's badge.
I don't have my badge with me right now.
Then you can't prove you're a prosecutor, old man. This kid's a tough nut to crack, isn't he? I'm gonna give it a try.
Yes, I'm counting on you, Kay. Not good with kids. His fucking forehead just being like so prominent is killing me for some reason.
So, John, you're an actor? Yeah, what about it? You're amazing. That's so cool. Not really.
Good grief. At least that seems to have worked.
About those horns. Well, what about them? John's horns are specially made prosthetics. John plays a young boy who has a special connection with Muzilla. He can communicate with Muzilla using those horns. Right, John? Shut up! Stop blathering about that stupid stuff! Oh, sorry.
I think I'm beginning to see the kind of relationship these two have.
But it must be amazing to star in a movie. And you're only in elementary school. Despite how he looks, John is 13 years old and he's already in middle school. What? But he's so small. He's wearing a kitty backpack. The backpack isn't part of his costume. He's an actor after all. I see, but he's still really tiny. Probably better if he didn't talk about his height in front of... I thought I told you to stop blabbering about stupid stuff! Sorry.
It seems the only thing that's not a prop is that milk carton. Oh, brother.
That guy over there. He's the president, right? Yeah? Do you know him? Yeah, I met him before.
This boy has met with the president?
That guy makes me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say. Why do you hate the president so much? And now he's giving me a silent treatment. The truth is the president was involved in the film.
The president was involved in the film? What do you mean?
He was supposed to have a brief cameo in the movie. He came by to look around the set some time ago. That's when he met with John.
Why would the president be appearing in this film?
And we heard he was a fan of the original Muzilla series, and we Made him an offer. We thought it would make a great publicity stunt, you see? He comes on the movie set like he's some sightseeing tour. It's like he's on some sightseeing tour. It's so annoying. John, you really shouldn't say stuff like that. It's not nice. Shut it.
I guess he couldn't tolerate having an amateur appear in his film.
Oh, right. Here. What's this? Was this from yesterday?
A photo?
Yeah, since it was developed, I brought it along with me. You can have it. It turned out quite nicely. So you brought it all the way here for me? Thank you so much. No, not really. I just happened to have it with me.
Excuse me, but may I take a quick look at that?
Oh, sure. Here you go.
This was taken yesterday. Neither the hoofprints nor the body are in it. Okay. Yeah, and that's just how the weird fucking investigation. Shit just kind of happened and then it just ends. All right. And with that, this portion of the investigation seems to be finished.
So the murder weapon really is.
Yes, as it stands now, the possibility is that it was the possibility that it was the monster head is quite high.
So he ended up being squashed by the falling head, huh?
Yo?
Although they're extremely late to the party, the bodyguards and the police have finally arrived.
Mr. President!
They really were far too late.
Damn it! Who did this?
They'll pay for this.
They'll pay for this. I swear I'll make them pay.
But you know, this much is enough to put me at ease. The person who did this to Huang, I've already got my eye on a suspect.
What? What do you mean?
Even though Huang was the victim, he doesn't have extraterritorial rights here. Your country's police have the right to investigate. However, I've already spoken with them. As an agent of Interpol, they're letting me assist in the investigation.
So they've already established a plan for this investigation?
I've already found my prey. Now it's time for the hunt. Take a look at this. It's a printout from the security camera on the Grand Tower rooftop.
No more rights, we've taken them away. Oh shit. This is... Hey, who fucking called it, by the way? Who fucking called that? Oh, Courtney's getting friendly with us? That means that she's gonna be a suspect in the next case.
This camera records people as they get off the rooftop elevator. And guess who was recorded? The president and his killer can be clearly seen. Why is Miss Courtney there?
So he's saying Judge Courtney is the murderer?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the goddess of law to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaze Debeste.
She, who hates crime more than anyone,
Nah.
Agent Lang, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Just now, I heard a rumor at the Grand Tower. Miles Edgeworth. That's you. I'm no longer a prosecutor. Naturally, that means you don't even have a shred of investigative authority. So what would be the point of having a logic battle with someone like you? Why did you say something like that? What the fuck? Didn't you just get reduced to being a lone agent? Hey, answer me this. Even though you've lost your position as a prosecutor, why are you still sticking your neck into this case?
Why do I still continue to investigate? Agent Lang, why are you pursuing the criminal who murdered the president? Because you're an Interpol agent? Right now, I am also chasing after a certain person. Someone in the shadows who was behind the murder at the Grand Tower yesterday. Someone who placed Kay in grave danger. Even now, they are lurking somewhere, laughing at us. We will uncover the truth and bring them to justice. And a title such as prosecutor has nothing to do with it. As long as the truth remains hidden, I will continue to seek out that truth, for that is a part of my creed.
Ha! You're always trying to be so clever, but you really are kind of an idiot.
Be an idiot? How rude.
That's the answer I wanted to hear. Alright, I'll play along with you for a bit. I've lost all my men, and you've lost your title. And yet we still continue to investigate. Let's begin this battle of logic between two kindred spirits.
You have my thanks.
However, I won't go easy on you. I'll definitely catch the criminal who murdered Huang. And I won't let you get in my way.
Yes, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Let me show you the truth that this wolf has sunk its fangs into.
There's always... It's never really an Ace Attorney game without some sort of, like, homosexual tension, huh?
Listen up! That woman met with the president on top of the Grand Tower. 2 nights ago, she pushed the president off the roof and he fell into this film lot.
But yeah, I think this is gay sex. True.
At the time, there was no one else on the rooftop aside from these two. There's no room for doubt. That woman murdered the president.
It was just the 2 of them alone on the rooftop. No bitches? No bodyguards?
Yeah, I confirmed it with those bodyguards over there. They didn't know about it either. Guess he managed to give them the slip. Must have had something secret to talk about.
President Huang and Judge Courtney. Did those 2 have some sort of connection?
Apparently, he had an arrangement with the owner of the Grand Tower. He requested the entrance to the viewing platform be restricted so that they could be alone. Well, it's not like the owner could turn down a request from the president.
Does that mean the last person to see the president was...
Exactly. What do you mean? It's gotta be her!
Lang's reasoning is certainly sound. However, he has overlooked one major thing. That's where I must strike. That woman met up with the president on top of the Grand Tower. 2 nights ago, she pushed the president off the roof and he fell into this film lot. Wait. The body ain't here, bitch. Long Lang, for the Interpol agent with the highest arrest rate to have fallen so low.
What you say?
This is a commemorative photo taken by the staff at Global Studios.
Everyone's got such great smiles. Well, except for John.
This photo was taken yesterday.
What?
If Judge Courtney had murdered the fucking shit out of Ollie's raid, hey Ollie. I hope your stream went well. If Judge Courtney had murdered the president 2 days ago. You broke the goddamn game. What happened? Tell me. Tell me. Spy Baby, let's go, baby! I was gonna ask, is it the cube glitch? Fuck yeah, dude. There better be a clip. Oh, man. I've heard about the cube glitch. I saw a little bit of it in action from other streamers, and I was like, oh, yo. I hope Ollie sees this. God. Fuck yeah, dude. Huh. Perhaps you should listen a bit more carefully to those involved in the case. Questioning witnesses is one of the basic fundamentals of an investigation, is it not?
I've captured Mr. Edgeworth with a great smile. You really do look most alive when you're cornering your opponent.
But yeah, I'm glad that judging by that, your stream went well after I had the dip for like dinner and stuff. Ugh, just as I expected. It's been a while since I felt like this. Agent Lang, haven't you been a little hasty in your reasoning? Tuh, I don't need your advice. Longzi says, the wrath of a wolf lasts 100 years. My anger towards the woman who killed the president cannot be suppressed. I too wish to capture the culprit. However, there's no doubt that the body appeared here last night. Therefore, the president could not have fallen to his death.
Yeah, he was crushed by the monster head.
Yo? The crime occurred here at the film lot, not on the rooftop of the Grand Tower. So, that's what you think. Still, I don't intend to stray from my logic either. However, he could not have fallen to his death 2 nights ago. This photo proves that. Goofy ass photo. Is that so? Think about it this way. 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. In here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume or behind all this equipment? Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. Once we search this area, we'll know where she hid it. Unfortunately, there was no need for a search. What'd you say? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Courtney could not have hidden the body. Yes. All the entrances to the film lot were locked. The chain on the back entrance was only cut last night. What? Therefore, Judge Courtney could not have entered the film lot 2 nights ago. Yeah! But the president could only have fallen 2 nights ago. Why are you so insistent that the crime occurred 2 days ago? Why? Because there's still more security camera footage. Okay, shit, hit me. A photo was recorded 10 to 20 minutes after the president went up to the roof with that woman. That woman, she came back down on the elevator alone. After that, there was no sign of the president getting on the elevator at all. There's no other way for the president to get down without using the elevator, is there? Besides getting pushed off the roof by that woman, that is. The president never came down from the rooftop? That's right. The security camera is always watching the entrance of the elevator. It was specifically set up to record anyone who entered or exited the rooftop. Essentially, the camera created a locked room, one which the president vanished from. Yet another Ace Attorney classic. Locked room. I see. This is quite an unfavorable piece of evidence for Judge Courtney.
A rooftop escape. That's a difficult feat.
Even the Atakarasu can't just fly through the sky.
That's right. I still need more training to be able to pull that off.
Are you saying you're going to train yourself to fly? Fucking let her, dude. She can totally do it. The photo was recorded 10 to 20 minutes after the president went up to the roof with that woman. That woman came back down alone. No sign of the president getting on the elevator. There's no other way for the president to get down from the roof without using the elevator. Objection! Bitch. As a matter of fact, there was one. A hidden route, that is. A way down without using the elevator? You better not tell me he flew off or something. There's no need for that. It's quite simple. The president just needed to know about the existence of the hidden 51st floor. The 51st floor? His building has a hidden 51st floor. Say 51st floor again. It is accessible through a secret hatch on the rooftop. Using that route, it would be possible to leave the rooftop without using the elevator. Hidden room? Secret hatch? How could the president have even known about that? I wonder. I don't know the answer myself. I am merely raising a possibility. In the first place, what's all this about? That hidden 51st floor. Sounds like something that ninja girl over there would love to get into.
No way, I'm sick of that place.
Hey, Jacob, we just started the last case. I say just started, it's been about an hour, but it feels like it hasn't really gotten going yet. But it's been fine so far. Okay, that place only holds bad memories after all. The 51st floor was a secret storeroom for the black market auction. Its true purpose was only exposed yesterday.
Black market auction?
You aren't suggesting that the president was involved in something like that, are ya? I have no proof. However, the possibility exists, does it not?
I wouldn't put it past that president.
Yo, he howling.
Ugh!
Impossible! That president would never! He would never have been involved in the black market auction. What's this? You punks, are you prepared? If you're gonna spout nonsense like that, I'll tear you to pieces!
Ugh!
He ran away. You don't have any idea how to respect that man has earned from his country's people. Let's see. We have seen the president's true colors. However, the people of Zangfall remain in the dark. Did I inform Agent Lang of the president's true nature? No. Telling him now would only further cloud his judgment. I understand, Agent Lang. Please calm down. We spoke out a lie. I apologize. Sorry. My emotions got the best of me. And Kay, how long do you plan on hiding? You can come out now.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. My anger is directed towards the president's killer.
Well, I'll be. You're actually a pretty good guy, ain't you? That loyalty to your president, it's mighty admirable.
What's it do ya?
Aw, don't be like that. I got some good news for you, I reckon.
Yeah, what's up? What?
The president ain't never passed through the 51st floor. You can count on me.
Really?
I was in the storeroom myself and I saw it with my very own eyes.
That's right. She snuck into the storeroom that day. Yeah, jot down that testimony. Thanks. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. What is it? I don't intend to give the culprit a single step of leeway. No one's seen the president since he met with Courtney 2 days ago. That doesn't change the fact that the body wasn't here yesterday. If he were pushed off 2 days ago, it would be odd that he wasn't found until yesterday. I doubt a fall from the roof would take a whole day. I'll admit there are a few things I still haven't figured out. Regardless, there is one thing I am certain of.
There is?
What exactly occurred here last night? I'm certain we'll have to look into that in order to uncover the truth.
Because the body and the hoof prints can only have appeared last night, right?
Agent Lang, we'd like to bring the body in for the autopsy. Well, it's in your hands. Make sure you show the proper respect. I also have one more thing to report. What is it? We found some footprints near the body. They were left within the area that looks like a monster's footprint. There were human footprints within the monster's footprint? What kind of footprints? Sir, they were the footprints of a child, about the size of an elementary school student. What?
Huh? An elementary school student? Wait, could that be...
Who was that? Miss Nichols?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please excuse my rudeness.
Is there something you want to say? What is she so scared of?
I'm worried that you'll think poorly of me, but please let me testify something. It's really important.
That's not something you need to be so worried about. What is it?
Last night, I actually came here.
What?
Ugh!
Why'd you come here?
Well, I got a little worried, so I stopped by. to check up on John.
John. You mean John Marsh? As I thought.
Yeah, last night, John stayed here late in order to practice by himself. Wow, he's really dedicated. Well, this movie is the first time he's starring as the lead role, so I'm sure he wants to do his best.
She must have witnessed something last night. When was this?
If I remember correctly, I think it was a little past 10 p.m. It looked like it was going to rain, and I was getting worried, so, I came to check in on him. When I got here, well,
You saw something?
Yes. John was practicing by himself. Right above his head, I saw a long neck.
A neck?
Yes, its skin was really scaly, almost like a reptile. It was like the neck of a dinosaur.
Whoa there!
Could that have been
Gordy? Last time I went hunting for it, it was a bust. But I reckon this could be the real deal. What? So this time it's Gordy?
That's right, I was really surprised. After all, John is the boy who can communicate with Muzilla.
Yeah, that's right. Them horns of his let him hear what the monster's saying, right?
This whole fucking case gives me, like, the vibes of that one yokai case in Dual Destinies, and that's not exactly the best thing.
Even so, he was looking up at Gordy's face and he was talking to it. It was like they were friends. Doesn't that sound weird?
You said it, sister. That's pretty darn strange, I reckon. That boy's a little traitor.
Seems she's gotten reality mixed up with the movies. That case was peek outside of the flying costume. It's been too long. I can't actually speak on it one way or another. I'm sure it was fine, but of the cases in that game, aside from like the tutorial case, it's like the one I remember the least about. Which is really fucking weird considering like how wild some of its premise is, you know?
Hey, Missy, did you really see that?
Yes, but I was so shocked I immediately ran home after that.
Okay, you're right. Lavelle is fucking funny as hell. I'll give you that.
What do you make of this, Mr. Prosecutor? Has another monster taken the stage?
He's a fucking farce, but he's funny as fuck. Agent Lang, do you really believe this absurd testimony?
I couldn't care less about the monsters. However, it looks like who we need to talk to next has been decided now, hasn't it?
John Marsh. He was here last night. It's very likely he saw something, isn't it?
Attaboy! John Marsh, we got some questions for you.
John kind of left a while ago.
What?
Let's go after him!
The gang is running off. That guy's just chilling in the taxi, by the way.
Where'd he run off to?
He might have just gone back home.
That's right.
I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today. Or he may have run away.
Aren't you just overthinking things?
He's still a child. Can't imagine that he could have murdered the president by himself.
Who said he was alone? Maybe that monster helped him. That boy can summon a monster to his aid, right?
Very funny.
I'm not saying that kid's definitely the culprit. But right now, he's the most prominent witness we have. We'll need to find that brat.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! There you fucking are, Gumshoe. Jesus, you like disappeared for half a case.
Ah, Gummy!
Does a gay little run.
He ran away.
What's the detective doing? What the detective doing?
It doesn't matter. It's not like I can rely on this country's police anyways.
Agent Lang, do you intend to continue investigating by yourself?
Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that?
Didn't you always have a small army of subordinates with you before?
That's right, but you know, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right?
Subordinates and partners.
Well then, I'll be seeing you two. Things are getting interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters to hunt. I'm definitely getting my hands on this scoop.
Her stupid fucking right animation. I wish we got to see it more often.
Things have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they?
Indeed. There's the footprints of Muzilla and now the shadow of Gordy. Almost exactly like the movie.
How about we go monster hunting too?
Well, isn't that? Actually, Lana is great.
Isn't that one of Lang's men?
He's one of Agent Lang's subordinates. We met him during another case. Excuse me. Oh, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It has been a while.
Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang?
Agent Lang, Shifu, is no longer my boss. What exactly happened? Do you remember the incident from 1 month ago? The Yatagarasu incident we had been involved with. Agent Lang made a major mistake back then. He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal. Certainly, come quite close to that at the time. Shifu took responsibility for what happened, and our team was disbanded.
Disbanded?
So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he had become a lone wolf.
Then why are you here?
Well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seemed that even now, he's still chasing after them. The ghost of 12 years past. Ghost of 12 years past? Just what are you... You know it's a big final case when they drop the big number. I'm sorry, I've already said too much. If you'll excuse me. These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after, they also have something to do with this case?
It looks like everyone's left now. So what do we do?
Well, Miss Hart is going after the monsters, and Agent Lang is going after John. We should also try approaching this case from a different angle.
What angle would that be?
We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say.
Oh yeah, that's right. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is... Well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial. She said that she had a trial coming up.
Indeed. Let's head to the courthouse as well.
Okay.
Alrighty, one part down. Fuck! Why is the default no? Die! Die! Have you considered what the final case of Game 3 is gonna sound for you when we get there? I mean... Oh, fuck. I think there are certain characters that you are going to have to take in that case. Not the ones that I've already assigned myself, but just one specific moment I'm thinking of. I'm a bit fuzzy on the details, but I can imagine a few things. Oh man.
Court is now in session. Is the defense ready?
Of course, Your Honor. We can begin whenever you want.
The prosecutor...
Fuck! Oh my god, I'm so out of... My voices are so fucked up tonight.
The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor.
Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this world. Furthermore, Sebastian Debeste, the prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. And so Francesca and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties.
Before we begin, I'd like to apologize for the delay of today's trial. As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered,
then the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exacerbating the situation. Additional time was specially arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away. Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Miss Von Karma, at this time I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on such short notice.
I guess this is the last job Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray's more than happy to help out. Although having said that, I don't have enough time to skim through the case files. Are you okay on your end, Franny Pie?
What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace?
Yo, Bars?
I won't allow any more delays in this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem continuing the trial. You have my thanks.
Bonk.
And with that, I hereby call the defendant, Patricia Rowland, to the stand.
I think you should be held in contempt of court, perhaps. Oh yeah, it's the dog coat lady that I have forgotten the voice I did for her. Well, whatever, it's fine.
Now then, will the prosecution please give us their opening statement? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant... Please wait, Your Honor. What is it? Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this? And perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement. So if I listen to it, I'll get it, huh? Okay then, let's hear it. That was the plan from the start. Now if you would kindly shut up and listen. The incident occurred in the detention center and the prison warden Roland is in charge of. The victim is Horace Knightley, who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that the woman here is the culprit. This knife is the murder weapon. It's a
Huh?
Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's impossible. The evidence is...
What's wrong with the evidence, Franny Pie?
The evidence! The knife is gone! The chisel with Dogan's bell attached to it is missing too! What?
Huh?
Order! Order! Prosecutor Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand it either, Your Honor. If there's no evidence, I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had.
It appears the culprit is that pampered prosecutor, the boy Blunder. Hey, Courtney Pie!
What is it?
Your Honor, considering our predicament, what say we postpone a trial until later?
The defense's proposal is overruled.
Eh? Courtney Pie?
I know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible. Innocent? I've had more than enough of your foolish... And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall a certain saying. In court, evidence is everything. Wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? Fuck! That is correct.
Law's fucked. The law is fucked.
What?
The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland.
Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. You can't just declare her innocent all of a sudden.
Is something the matter? For the defense to object to a not guilty verdict?
Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? You were there with us when we found the murder weapon.
Mr. Shields. I judge us to remain impartial when handing down a verdict.
What's scary in the legal system? True!
That's why I can't allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings. The person who was present when the murder weapon was discovered. And the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people.
whip. You're kidding, right?
I can only hand down a verdict based upon the evidence that was presented.
There is evidence, it's just well, it's not here right now, but...
A few minutes, that's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor.
The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. Courtney Pie, please.
I understand. I shall grant your request.
Well, Justine, darling, aren't you wishy-washy today? The court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare for the resumption of the trial.
Understood, Your Honor.
Woo, that was a close one.
Court is now adjourned.
That was the wrong fucking... Ugh.
Didn't we find together the evidence?
Yes, we certainly did. Huh? Oh man, this was a while back. What's the matter, detective?
It looks like the metal detectors reacted to this alligator.
Really? Why?
Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this.
The chisel? Wasn't that just the fake murder weapon?
Logan hid this chisel in his dog's mouth, and the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond inside the alligator!
Yeah. I wonder if it was stolen by someone.
Hello? Oh, fuck. Miss Barry and Miss Keys, did you come to attend the trial?
I came because I heard there's a really fun show around here. So where is it?
The trial for the case I got caught up in was supposed to have already started, but
I forgot the voice entirely. You're gonna have to just roll with this.
our practice ran a little late. I believe it was somewhere around here, wasn't it?
Actually, two key pieces of evidence have gone missing. The chisel and the knife.
See, when I make these voices for these characters, I work under the assumption that I'm never going to have to voice them again, so I just don't commit them to memory.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Looks like Simon's going to get arrested again.
Ugh, no way, I can't.
I guess Simon is his usual noisy self.
Huh? He's the investigation styles characters actually come back. Yeah, I should have remembered that by now. What's going on? Who's getting hit around? And here comes another noisy individual. Oh, it's these two. Now, Freddy Pie, let's just take a moment and calm down a bit. Maybe you can put that whip of yours away, hmm? What do you say?
That foolish prosecutor! When I get my hands on him, my whip is going to give him the thrashing of a lifetime!
Ugh. Miles, why don't you try talking to her?
Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what she has to say.
Oh, if it isn't the former prosecutor Miles Edgeworth.
Francisca?
Those who have abandoned the path of a prosecutor do not belong here. Now be a good boy and go home. Figure out what you want to do with your life.
No, fuck. Still, what are you going to do, Francisca? The recess is only 15 minutes.
You always gets so calm and collected? Like an anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick.
I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her for now. Francesca, I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution for this case.
The bodyguard of the president of Zhangfa, Horace Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is the former warden of the prison, Patricia Rowland. The knife she used as the murder weapon had been prepared as evidence.
However, the murder weapon has disappeared without a trace.
Not only did he abandon his own case, but he also made me look like a fool in court. Next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I'll whip some backbone into him.
I don't mind if he whips some backbone into him, but stop whipping innocent bystanders. Now she's real for that. I think we can. Nah, it doesn't seem like it. And what's your deal?
Yay! Looks like you gotten your memories back.
Yeah, I'm all better now.
Uncle Ray was really worried, you know. That other kid, though that also, fuck, whatever, this line's gross, I don't need to read it. Well then, that you've recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake?
Nope. We need to focus on the trial right now.
Yeah, things aren't looking good. At any rate, we'll have to search for the evidence. We can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray's in a pickle. If only there was someone who could find the evidence for us.
A look of expectation on your face says it all.
Hey Miles, you still don't have your prosecutor's badge, right? You finally feel like following your father's footsteps?
I simply left it in someone else's care. I wasn't stripped of my badge. Furthermore, right now I am unable to follow in my father's footsteps.
I see. Well, no need to rush your decision. Take all the time you need to determine the path you want to follow. In any case, the door is always open for you at the Edgeworth Law offices.
Mr. Shields.
If only there was someone who could go search for the evidence for us.
Very well, I'll go look for them.
Oh, Miles! Do you do that for us?
Of course, find the evidence within 15 minutes will be no easy task.
Well, if worse comes to worse, Uncle Ray and Franny pile up, you stall for time. Till you recover the evidence, we won't let her hand down a verdict.
Please do so. Francisca, are you okay with this?
You're asking me, Francisca von Karma, to help you out? You'd be better off spending the rest of your life as an anchorman for the local news.
Miss Von Karma, this is an emergency. We could really use your cooperation.
I understand. As acting prosecutor, I, along with that attorney over there, shall continue this trial. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor, shall run around and look for the evidence. All for my sake. It's a job that suits you perfectly.
I'm glad that you're on board.
Yeah, I'll help out too, because I really don't want to get arrested again. This sounds like fun. Regina wants to tag along too.
All right, that'll be helpful. Now then, where should we begin?
I think we should go find that person and hear what they have to say.
Dick Gumshoe! No, it's fucking Sebastian, right?
Take that!
Yes, the person in charge of the evidence was Sebastian Debeste. The circus is helping us. Hey! Could be worse, we could have the other parts of the circus here too. But it's just these two.
Ah, you mean that rookie prosecutor, right? Got it!
I'll leave him to you.
Alrighty, time for Uncle Ray to have a strategy meeting with the opposing counsel. Just the two of oh, fuck!
Miles Edgeworth, you better not keep me waiting, lest you end up like your friend here.
Yes, I'll keep that in mind.
Franny Pie, wait for me!
Ugh. Now then, let's go help look for Sebastian as well. Oh fuck.
Ah,
Such Courtney.
If it isn't Prosecutor Edgeworth, I hope that all is well.
All is not well. So what's going on in that trial earlier?
Okay, there's no need for that.
But even though Miss Courtney should know the exactly who the culprit is, what made you... In a court of law, the only thing that truly matters is evidence. Whatever my own feelings may be, it should not affect the verdict.
So is this the judge persona of Justine Courtney was seeing?
Cold-blooded and heartless. It's fine if you think of me as such.
You know, the judge, she's still this stubborn? I mean, yeah, she's a judge. Judge Courtney, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you.
And what would that be?
2 nights ago, you went to the roof of the Grand Tower.
The roof, you say?
You met with the president there, correct? The two of you were caught on the security camera.
Is there some sort of problem with that?
Today, the president's body was discovered, very close to the Grand Tower. Yeah, send that wind at her.
That's...
You understand now, don't you? You're a suspect. What happened between you and the president up on the roof?
Nothing. We merely spoke for a few minutes. Once our business was done, I headed straight home, and I took the elevator back down alone.
Indeed, that was shown on the security camera footage as well. What exactly did you and the president talk about?
That I cannot say.
Hmm? Huh? I see. However, I cannot afford to let up just yet. That being the case, I guess my only remaining option is to use that. She is definitely hiding something. And I'm going to draw it out of her. Is it chess time? Chess time. 2 nights ago, Judge Courtney met with President Huang. 4 of them.
It is true that I spoke with President Huang on the roof of the Grand Tower. However, we only discussed business. There is no need to tell you what was said.
Just like in the trial earlier, she won't reveal her personal feelings easily. When she's speaking as a judge, it would be better for me to wait and see what develops. Now then, stop by asking her what she's talked about with the president. Boom! The loudest sound effect in Ace Attorney history. What did you and the president talk about? Could you tell me what you and the president talked about?
My meeting with the president was strictly business. And since it has nothing to do with you, I'm not obligated to answer your question.
Wait and see.
I appreciate your understanding.
Even so, you certainly are a very busy person, aren't you? You're a member of the PIC and a judge as well. You can assist with the investigations.
I am simply fulfilling the professional duties that have been assigned to me.
Was your meeting with the president also one of the duties assigned to you as a judge?
Yes, of course it was. I am one who lives for the law. I would never act outside my professional duties.
Didn't you help me out this morning? This morning, you returned Kay's promise notebook. I don't believe that all of your actions are simply done for the sake of your duties. Bop!
It's true, it seems I still retain some immature qualities.
I wouldn't call it immature, it was your own personal kindness. Weren't you also distressed when you found out the president had passed away?
Yes, it is very unfortunate. Why did he have to die?
It seems he was crushed by the head of a monster called the Mighty Muzilla. Excuse me. You see, Muzilla is...
Is that true? You mean the president died at the temporary Mozilla film lot?
Yes, that's right. I'm surprised you know about it.
Yes. I had heard about it from Sebastian. He told me that the movie was being filmed near the Grand Tower.
She seems awfully shaken up about that. And I'm also curious about Sebastian, who went missing with the evidence. She said she wouldn't talk about the president. However, I might be able to get her to reveal her secret through another line of questioning. He is fussed beyond normal. There must be some reason behind it. Where's the boy? Francisca may have taken over the prosecution in Sebastian's place, however, as long as he still possesses some of the evidence, the trial cannot proceed.
I intend to carry out a fair trial. If the prosecution is unable to present evidence, the defendant must be declared not guilty.
Wait and see.
I am a judge. I cannot allow my own personal feelings to get in the way.
So you're saying you're not the least bit worried about Sebastian's whereabouts?
Of course I am. I am worried about Sebastian as well, but...
Are you worried about anyone else? You kind of trailed off there. You're worried about Sebastian as well? Wouldn't that mean there's someone else you're worried about? By any chance, would that person have something to do with your unnatural behavior?
That's impossible. I am a follower of the law. I will not be swayed by personal feelings.
You're only human. It may be true that those who stand in court have a duty to follow the law. However, we're not superheroes. You and I are only human. It is impossible to completely ignore your own feelings and render an impartial judgment.
It is as you say. As I am now, I cannot hand down an impartial verdict.
Judge Courtney, why don't you tell me the truth?
Just what am I supposed to do?
For Judge Courtney to become this distraught, I should find out exactly who she is searching for. Oh, fill it back up. Up until now, she's been wearing the mask of a judge. This time I should be able to draw out her true feelings. Are you searching for Debeste, Mozilla Firefox? Let's start with Debeste. Person you're searching for Sebastian by any chance?
When Sebastian learned of his father's true colors, he went into hiding of his own free will.
Where?
I am worried about him, but this may be a trial he needs to overcome on his own.
Wow. Wait and see.
Since he went into hiding of his own accord, he could return whenever he wanted to.
Could it be the person you're searching for is unable to return under their own power?
In regards to that, my lips are sealed. I am unable to talk about it right now. I think about what might happen to that child if I talked.
You consider Sebastian a child? No. Who is that child? Who are you referring to? Bob?
It's nothing. Please pay it no mind.
As Courtney's expression has changed, it seems I've managed to uncover a clue. Maybe. Are you searching for the mighty Mozilla?
I don't have the time to play along with your jokes right now.
Not a joke. Just a moment ago, you were surprised to learn that the president had been crushed by Mozilla, correct?
I was simply surprised by the president's cause of death. To think that he passed away at the temporary film lot of all places.
What's wrong with where he died? The way you're talking, it seems like you have a problem with where he died. Bop!
That's not true. It's just, for the president to have passed away at a film lot, a place where dreams are made, I just thought it would be better if the movie's cast and crew remained unaware of the truth.
I mean, a staff member found the body, right? I'm very sorry to say this, however, the movie's cast and crew are already aware of the president's death. I got a female staff member and John Marsh at the crime scene.
No! How could it have come to this?
She seems to react strongly when it comes to the staff of the Mozilla film. This could be a useful clue. What are you searching for?
My lips are sealed. There's not something I can talk about right now.
Missing child? Could be you're searching for the child who's gone missing.
Duh.
Since you said it was a child, I assume they're of a young age, correct?
I simply cannot answer any questions about him. That boy has nothing to do with you or the president's assassination.
Try using that clue. Is he involved in the movie? When Mozilla was brought up, it seemed to be a sensitive topic for you. Is that child you spoke of involved with the movie?
How? How do you know that?
You're usually so calm, yet you seem rather distraught right now. Please tell me, who is that child?
I understand. You've come to know this much. I should prepare myself for the worst. The child I'm searching for is a boy by the name of John Marsh.
Got him. John, why do you want to know his whereabouts?
Well,
But,
I simply cannot say.
Judge Courtney, didn't you say you were prepared for the worst? Even if you don't intend to talk, I am determined to expose the truth. That is my resolve. That is my great Ace Attorney 2 resolve. I see searching for John. Must get her to tell me the reason. Fan of his? Could it be that you're a fan of John Marsh?
Yes, yes. That's right. I am a fan of John Marsh, the famous child actor who's been called a prodigy.
Wait and see.
I knew his movie was being filmed in front of the Grand Tower. The temporary film lot has been on my mind.
Let's see. Suppose a fan would be curious about that. Did you know that John was at the temporary film lot?
Yes, of course I did. He said they would be filming there all day today, and yet...
Like a stalker. Did you hear that from him? Sounds almost as if John himself told you personally.
Duh,
I doubt he would give his schedule to a mere fan.
that's true, isn't it? Please don't pay any mind to that statement.
She made another slip of the tongue. I'm really worried about John. So, she has spoken with John. You acquainted with him?
He is a famous movie star. I doubt there's anyone who doesn't know who he is.
I actually hadn't heard of him until I met with him today.
That just proves you have much to learn. Allow me to give you a lesson.
Well, pal,
I know everything about him.
I couldn't care less. Wait and see.
My apologies. I seem to have lost my composure.
You tend to lose your calm whenever the conversation turns to John, don't you?
In any case, while I may know everything about John, it is a one-sided relationship.
Let me try using that clue, eh? You must have spoken with him. I understand you're worried about him, but aren't you a bit too flustered? You told me earlier that you had spoken with John. Doesn't that prove that you are indeed acquainted with him? Bob.
Ah! How could I have committed such an indiscretion?
It appears that John and Judge Courtney are acquaintances. To be a vital clue. Ooh, no, he did that. Where is he right now? Actually, we're searching for John as well. Would you happen to have any idea as to where he might be?
Why would you think that I would know where he is? John and I, there is no connection between us.
You two have to be acquainted, fuck you. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with John, but at the very least, the two of you must be acquaintances.
Duh!
Judge Courtney, won't you allow us to help you in your search for him?
Help? No, that won't be allowed.
Who won't allow it? The so-called goddess of law? Bitch.
The person who knows where that child is. Kidnapper?
Finally, I've connected all the pieces of the puzzle. Reason why you cannot easily talk about John is because someone kidnapped him. Isn't that right? Damn, get her. Judge Courtney, I would like to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. This time, I will be truly prepared for the worst. It's just as you deduced. Someone has kidnapped John.
As I thought. There was a kidnapping. Still, how is John's kidnapping related to you in any way?
John and I, mother and child.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? Huh? Huh?
I was unable to learn much about the conversation she had with the president, but I have learned of John's kidnapping. It was an unexpected result, but with that, it's checkmate.
What? John is Miss Courtney's son? No way, I mean, he's already so big for him to be your...
Yes, John is indeed my son. Okay.
Please look at this.
This is a clipping from a magazine.
It's an article about John. You always carry this with you?
Yes, I always keep it close by, like a charm to me. Does everybody in your family have fucked up hair, or...? It seems the bond they share is a strong one. Does the barber just have a vendetta against y'all, or...? However, are you absolutely certain that he's been kidnapped? Yes, I received the call from the kidnapper just before the trial started. What were their demands? They had only one demand, not guilty verdict for Roland. I see. That's what happened. There's no evidence that would make me innocent, isn't that right? That is correct. Bonk. Unfortunately, yeah. That's why you were going to deliver a not guilty verdict earlier. I am not qualified to be the judge. A judge must be able to remain impartial and composed above all else. And yet, despite this, in the trial just now, I was about to hand down a verdict that was led solely by my heart. Judge Courtney. The goddess of law must be furious with me, but I simply couldn't do it. Couldn't hand down a fair verdict if it meant I had to sacrifice my own son.
Of course you can't. A real parent would never abandon their own child.
Glaring over at Blaze. Yeah. Yeah.
If that makes the goddess of law angry, then maybe the goddess is the one who's wrong. Goddess is guilty. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. Declare a goddess guilty. Responsible for upholding the law, but at the same time, we are only human. Nobody would hand down a verdict that would sacrifice their own child. Thank you very much, Miss Faraday and Prosecutor Edgeworth. However, I cannot simply run away from the courtroom. Judge Courtney, so this is where you've been. It appears it's time.
Miss Courtney! My father, he was a prosecutor.
Your father?
Yes, he stood in court, just like you. That's the wrong voice, fuck. And now, with all that has happened, it got me thinking. What if my father had been in the same position as you are now? If a prosecutor was being coerced into obtaining a guilty verdict, I know. If my life were on the line, my father would definitely come to steal me back. Steal you back? Miss Court,
Fuck. What? No, seriously, I didn't read your line. What?
I'm gonna go steal John back for you. As a second Yatagarasu, I, Kay Faraday, give you my word.
So, the great thief Yatagarasu plans to steal the truth, huh? What say you, Judge Courtney? Will you place your trust in our young great thief?
Prosecutor Edgeworth,
If it's alright with you, I wish to help as well.
thank you very much. I know that it's not really my place to ask this of you, but please do whatever you can. Please save John. You got it. Just leave everything to us.
Allow me to leave my cell phone with you. You may get a call from the kidnapper at some point. You have my word. I will ensure the safe return of your son along... I was about to say I will ensure the safe return of your son along with your son. I will ensure the safe return of your phone along with your son. I'll do everything in my power to prolong the trial. But even then, at most, the trial can only last for another 2 hours. 2 hours, huh? Until 2 p.m. That's our time frame. I must return to court. Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave the rest to you. All right, let's do this thing. Okay, I thought you were taking a break from being a great thief.
As of right now, the Great Thief Yatagarasu is back in business. All right, time to put on the gloves and hit the pavement. It's my first request, after all.
Is that so? In that case, we better begin our investigation post-haste. If we hope to track down John. Where'd he run off to? I just gone back home.
That's right. And he doesn't look like they're gonna get any filming done today.
We may have run away. We should probably begin our investigation in front of the Grand Tower.
Hey, hold it, Mr. Edgeworth. You're not the one in charge anymore. Here on out, this is the job for a great thief. Which means I'm the leader now.
If that's the case, then what am I supposed to do?
Mr. Edgeworth, you get to be the first ever great thief's assistant.
So I'm a thief's assistant now?
All right, let's get going. The Great Thief Yatagarasu takes flight once again.
I thought she was gonna do a sick flip for a second. Yeah, Edgeworth's just becoming everybody's assistant.
Here we are, the scene of the crime. Let's get to work. Now say it with me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Say what?
Even in the depths of night. Oh, come on! Say the rest with me!
Just why should I do that?
Because the Great Thief Yatagarasu has arrived on this scene. We don't say the introduction, it just doesn't feel right.
I have no intention of becoming a thief.
Fine then, I'll do it myself. Even in the depths of night, where no other bird dares to take flight, one alone sources shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I'm the Great Thief Yatagarasu.
SK, I know you are. I, on the other hand, am starting the investigation.
You're no fun.
We don't have time for fun! We only have until 2 o'clock. Begin making inquiries immediately.
Good thing we have a photo so we can go right ahead and start asking around.
Okie dokie. Oh, yo. We'll talk to you in a minute. Hey, buddy, what's wrong? Your face looks so serious. Have you picked up any passengers here today? Oh, I sure did. It was only one group. What'd they look like? It was a pair of men. They were both wearing black. You happen to see a small boy with them?
Here's a picture of him.
Nope, it was just 2 guys. I understand. Thank you for your cooperation. We'd have some more information, but I guess not. 2 men. Hey, yo. Thank you for your hard work, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm not a prosecutor at the moment, but I'll keep quiet about that for now. Thank you. What are you doing here? Sir, I'm on guard duty. Then could you tell me about the cars that have passed through here today? The only ones that came through here were that taxi and that blue truck. So, 2 different vehicles came through this place. I mean, the truck's right here, so I might as well look at it.
Hey, John! Guess he's not here. This basket looked pretty suspicious to me, but...
It certainly does. You'd be extremely plain to drive by the green. Sonia Files taxi driver. Aw. God, fuck, I should have. It slipped my mind. Huh?
What's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck?
The truck's body is cold to the touch. It seems to have been parked here for some time.
You can figure all that out just by touching it?
Considering the length of time it's been parked, the driver must not be nearby. Suppose we won't be able to ask them any questions until they return. Alright. Well, alright. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Well, long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth. This is Will Powers. Hey. He's an action star I met in a previous case. He also played the role of the Steel Samurai, warrior of the old Tokyo. Been a long time.
Pleased to meet ya. I'm Kay Faraday, a great thief. Some stuff has happened, so now Mr. Edgeworth is my assistant.
Nice to meet you. But, a thief? Mr. Edgeworth is your assistant? Please, pay it no heed. More importantly, I'd like to ask you some questions about the case. Okay. I don't know if I'll be much help, though. He's an actor who's been working with John. Maybe it's sudden, but let's hear what he has to say. He gave Powers to I'm just doing the voice I did on Ollie's stream. Ollie, isn't this right? Didn't I do this voice for Will Powers back then? Okay, good. I just wanted to confirm. I heard that you were handling the investigation for this case, but... well, that's... I'm not the prosecutor in charge, though. We have fun on those streams. But if you're the assistant, then does that mean that Kay's in charge? No, this is just a simple...
You've got a good eye on ya. You're completely right.
She jumped at the chance.
Since I'm in charge here, I'd like you to answer a few questions post-haste. And please be frank. Did anything happen to catch your eye? Ergo, didn't you notice anything?
What was she trying to imitate? Be frank, huh? Well, I feel sorry for the victim, but I can't help but worry about what'll happen with the filming from now on. No, that's only natural. Still, I would think that filming will be difficult right now. I knew it. This is bad. We could only use this location for a little while longer, too. I was gonna say, wasn't Frank in a previous case? Is the filming almost complete then? No, but construction will begin here soon, so we won't be able to film here anymore. We're only using this vacant lot until construction begins. So the rest of the movie will be filmed at Global Studios. Things aren't looking good. There's some people spreading bad rumors. Bad rumors? Lately, a journalist has been coming by repeatedly saying, "This film lot's hiding a real monster, I reckon. There ain't no use hiding it," and stuff like that. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it was that photographer from before.
You're not actually hiding a real monster, are ya?
Of course not! If there really was one, I'd be out of a job. Seems they're putting a lot of work into this movie. That's because this is our first attempt at making a sequel to an old classic. Global Studios is pouring their heart and soul into this one. I wish they'd put that much effort into making a new Steel Samurai series. Edgeworth, you fucking dork. What role are you playing this time, Mr. Powers? I'm playing the mighty Muzella.
Wow, you're the main character.
Well, much obliged. I'm wearing a full-body costume again, so my face won't be seen this time either.
I see. That costume sure is cool, though. I want to try wearing it, too. I know. How about next time you just let me get in the costume? Maybe just the horn part?
That's, not really possible. You can't get inside the horns.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I'm not in the Screen Actors Guild, after all.
I don't think that's what he means. I'd like to ask you some questions about John. About John? I heard it from the girl on staff. How he suddenly vanished from right in front of you guys. That's just like him.
Does he do that a lot?
I'd say so. During filming breaks, if you even took your eyes off him for a moment, he'd be gone. You have any ideas of where he might have gone? I don't know, but I ran into him as he was leaving the film lot.
What? Really? Where'd John go?
I saw him get in the trailer, but when I was checking the equipment, he was gone again. Trailer, Might still be some traces left behind. Mr. Powers, could you show us the trailer? Sure thing. It's a bit of a mess right now, though. Let's take him up on his offer and examine the inside of the trailer. Alright. About John's seat. Ah, yeah, it's over there where that backpack is sitting. Something sticking out of the bag. This is a tape? Ah, it's a tape for filming. Why does John have one? Did he film something? Might be a clue. Is there any way to check its contents? We have a monitor to look over the footage that was filmed. We can use that. Now then, let's see what's on that tape. Yo, he's in an A pose. Looks like when John was practicing.
John was practicing by himself.
Monster's footprints can be seen as well. This must have been recorded last night. He does that sometimes. When he's not happy with his performance, he'll sneak onto the set to practice by himself.
Wow, he really is hardworking.
He sure is. Although he's young, he's a real pro. He never rests until he's satisfied. Then again, I can't say that I approve of him using the equipment without asking. John is able to operate the equipment by himself? More or less if it's just basic filming.
Huh?
What's wrong? Why isn't John on the screen anymore?
I think he ran off somewhere. Just a few seconds before this.
Did he go somewhere while the camera was still recording? Tape ends here. It's like this was all that was recorded.
No one else was on camera except for John.
Okay. What else can we look at? Oop. Pieces of film equipment are placed here. Are you filming today? No, we have to stop filming for today. There's a box that disappeared. Box? What is he talking about? Yeah, there was some equipment in that box. Take my eyes off it for a few seconds and look what happens.
So there's a thief among us?
Exactly what was stolen. Nothing much, actually. Just the box is missing. Okay.
Why would someone steal a box? Personally, I would have taken the stuff inside.
They probably wanted the box more than whatever was inside it. Did they plan to put something inside the box? It's already 12:30.
Wonder how Miss Courtney and the others are holding up.
Alright, Ollie, you have a good night. How long will they be able to prolong the trial?
We gotta hurry and find John.
Indeed.
Oh, heck nah, that ain't how it's done.
Ah, fuck, it's both of them.
You ain't gotta catch a scoop like that. Sorry, Chief. What am I always telling you? We're beasts, scoop-eating animals. It's a scoop or starve. No story, no glory. You gotta get fired up. Yes, sir, as expected of my mentor.
They're here. Those noisy reporters.
Hey, they came here too. Come on, Miss Edgeworth. Let's go talk to them.
Good grief. If we must. Bro hit us with the yada yada. Did Miss Swift call you her mentor just now?
She sure did. Nicole's my #1 pupil. She says she fell in love with the photos from my scoops. Even if our jobs are different, our passion for scoops is the same, let me tell you. Ever since then, she's been all cute like calling herself like Master and Chief.
Yo, Master Chief? She fell in love with Miss Hart's photos. I guess you could say like teacher, like student.
She's still got a ways to go in gathering information, but her passion's a match for mine. Seems like she was trying to catch a scoop about Mozilla's appearance. She's been circling around these parts all day long. Circling around this area. Maybe she witnessed a kidnapping. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like we'll need to hear what she has to say.
Indeed. You have more information about John. Let's show Miss Swift that piece of evidence and ask her about it. I guess they're saying I should talk to Nicole, but let me just fill this out first. Now that the black market auctions are over, what are you aiming for next?
Ain't it obvious? The mighty Mozilla. I'm going after Mozilla. Who'd have thunk that while I was stalking out the black market auction at the Grand Tower, the mighty Mozilla's footprints would show up right next to the tower?
Is there really a place that would publish a story like that?
Don't treat me like a fool. I've got 1 or 2 valued clients lined up. Actually, there's a newspaper company here at the Grand Tower. Me and Nicole go there all the time. Well, we always get turned away at the door, but, still.
Hold on. Something important since the face is showing up. I wouldn't exactly call that a valued client. Alright, I guess that's everything from you. Let's back out.
If it ain't Mr. Edgeworth, so we meet again.
Miss Swift, why are you here? You were set up as a suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. Oi! Adam, welcome! Hope you're doing well. We're, I'd say, about neck deep in the case. As in 1.5 parts, probably, in. You should know there's a possibility you may be charged with some crime.
For some reason, my questioning was stopped all of a sudden. After a while, they just let me out and told me I could go home scot-free. No wazes either. It must be some kind of message saying I need to keep on doing my best out there, I reckon. Well, they did give me a pretty stern warning not to reveal anything about the case.
The official statement released to the public about the assassination attempt. Miss Swift was not involved. That must have been the reason why they let her go.
Mr. Edgeworth, attempting to silence Nicole like this. It's like trying to put a leaky dam. It's like trying to plug a leaky dam with your bare hands.
She was quick to say something so harsh.
I quickly put together the full details of everything I knew about the case, sprinkled in some of my own dramatizations, and brought the article into a publisher. But for some reason, I haven't gotten any replies yet.
Were they pressured to keep quiet, or were her dramatizations simply too much? Both are probable, so I'm not sure which is true. Alright. What information were you trying to collect here at the Grand Tower?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still don't get it, do you? If you want to ask a reporter a question, you gotta give her something first.
You mean the information that can be used in an article?
Bingo! Give me some info that'll make for a good article. If you ain't got something like that, I guess we won't be talking.
I also need some information about John. Let's show her that piece of evidence. This one? Wait, I need to press the present button, not the organizer button. I'm so used to the newer games where you can do it from the organizer. Miss Swift, I'm sorry, but about this photo.
You ain't gotta say it. I know exactly what's going on.
What do you mean?
You're searching for him, ain't ya? That boy.
What?
Things are still pretty tough for you, I see. Miles Edgeworth, a man of crime. Wherever he goes, dead bodies are sure to follow. Or something like that.
That's a terrible reputation to have.
Who would have thought this time there'd be a kidnapping incident? What? How'd you know that? Shh, shh. Would you keep it down a little? This material is top secret. I ain't even told my mentor about it yet. Y'all gotta keep it a secret for me. If he finds out, I'll be a goner.
Why do you know? Courtney should have only told us.
I ain't telling that to anyone. Not even you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Seems this reporter still hasn't learned their lesson.
You can give me the stink eye all you want. I still ain't telling. Do you know something about it? Truth is, I done saw it myself. A boy being taken away by a couple of men in black.
Well, there's something.
What? Where'd they go? That I don't know. They were too far away, so I lost sight of them. Darn it! But at least we know what the criminals look like.
Yes, a pair of men in black. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not think the two men are gay lovers. I think they're just kidnappers. We've now collected some testimony regarding the culprits. Miss Swift says she saw two men slip away with John. Furthermore, the taxi driver says he picked up two men in his taxi.
They must be the same guys.
Seems likely. However, there's still a problem. According to the taxi driver, the two men were alone. John wasn't with them. Oh man, I think something just clicked real bad in my head.
Yeah, you're right. That is a problem.
Oh fuck. What if the kidnappers stole the box?
You mean they...
Exactly, they took it in order to carry John inside of it.
John's a tiny kid, after all. And the reason the taxi driver didn't see John was because...
It's likely he was put in the trunk as the kidnappers' luggage.
But why did they need to go through all the trouble of hiding him?
At first, the kidnappers must have intended to abduct him without being seen. However, they didn't anticipate all the policemen in the plaza.
I see. If they tried to just walk away with him, they would have been spotted.
Just the mere presence of a policeman would have been a sizable threat.
I get it. In that case, we gotta ask the taxi driver.
The two men you told us about earlier have any luggage with them? Yeah, they stuffed a huge box into the trunk.
And that's that! Those guys must be the kidnappers.
You remember where you took those men? Sounds to me like something serious is going on around here. If you'd like, I could take you to the same place I took them.
Let's do it, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, thanks for your help. No problemo! Just leave it to me. Alright. Off we go.
Ugh. That taxi drove way too fast. I don't feel too good. Mr. Edgeworth, are you alright? Your face is really pale.
I'm fine. Driver said they came to this house's garage.
This must be where those two men brought the box. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, look at the nameplate on the door.
Nameplate? What? Blaze Debeste!
So this is the chairman's house.
Does that mean the one who kidnapped John was Blaze Debeste? Isn't he... Yeah, he should have already been arrested, though. Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Yeah, the garage door is unlocked.
Really do have a good eye for this sort of thing. Oh, that stupid fucking motorcycle, dude. It smells like motor oil. Ugh. Man, maintaining that motorcycle must be Blaze's hobby.
Excuse me, we're coming in. Anybody home?
Doing something like this is as if we're a couple of petty thieves.
Shh, be quiet. Right now we're great thieves. Have some self-awareness.
You scolded me. Nobody's here, but now it looks like we can get through this without being arrested.
This isn't the time to be relieved. Now the real deal begins. Let's go look for treasure.
They're looking for John, not for treasure. Well, Brr. Oh, fuck.
Ah, I found something good.
These are mechanic's gloves. They're also covered in piss. You wear them during vehicle maintenance or when you're working with machinery.
They look really stained with motor oil.
Is that what that is? However, they are also horribly stained with dirt. I just noticed it says fucking death on the fingertips. Are you kidding? Be so fucking for real, dude. Could the gloves have gotten this dirty just from maintaining its bike?
I don't really like Blaze, but these gloves are pretty cool.
No, they're corny, dude.
Do you think we could come up with some reason to take these with us?
When you say it like that, it makes it hard for me to take them as evidence. I'm glad he's fucking dead. He's not dead. He's technically not dead yet. Box.
This large...
This large box. This must be it. It's probably a box that Mr. Powers said had been stolen.
So, John was stashed in this box and then transported all the way here?
Please don't talk about people as if they're objects. However, if that's the case... Well, it's a box, not a case, but there's also a possibility that John is still somewhere in this garage.
Okay, let's go look for him. Our honor as the great thief and her assistant depend on it.
Good grief.
Wow, this bike is so cool. Look at that, it has a skull for a headlight.
Since the eyes light up when you turn on the headlights.
Ooh, well, I'm sure its eyes don't glare as well as yours, Mr. Edgeworth.
My eyes don't actually emit light when I glare, though. Do they? Oh, shit. There are large tools hanging on the wall, such as a sledgehammer and a shovel.
It's a lot bigger than the gavel Miss Courtney carries around. If I ever become a judge, I want my gavel to be this big.
Bringing such a huge gavel in court would be intolerable. Please don't.
Oh, I'll just swing the shovel that's beneath it instead.
That has no business being swung in court or elsewhere. Please don't. Uh-oh.
There's someone inside.
Oh, fuck. Is it John?
John, we're coming to save you! Eh?
This is... Oh, fuck. What are you... Huh? Huh? You're... Sebastian!
What? Why? This is Blaze's house, right? That would mean...
Yes, it should also be Sebastian's. So then, why is he...
Hey,
Go help him out.
it has to do with ropes, just leave it to K. Here I go. A little pull over here and a quick tug over there. You alright, Sebastian?
Xylophone music. He looks a little worse for wear. Why are you tied up in a place like this?
How should I know? You guys don't know anything about me.
It's because we don't know. That's why we're asking you.
He's completely shut off his heart.
Indeed. Come to this. I suppose I have no choice but to use that.
You mean...
I hate to do this when he's in such a fragile state. I hate kicking a man who's down.
Then why are you smiling about it? Will it be alright? His mind might break if you corner him too much, you know?
Yes, I'm aware of that. I'll try to be careful. Good grief. I wonder how this will turn out. I've never held back against anyone before. Bong. That's right, baby. Chest dimension 2! After running out of the meeting room this morning, why would he be here of all places?
You guys, you know how I feel!
He's gone through a lot of shock. Must be on the verge of an emotional breakdown. Can't be helped. Times like this, I must quietly listen to what he has to say.
No one tells me anything. I'm always the only one being left out like an idiot.
Try to answer his questions as best I can. Considering how fragile he is, I won't have much time to spare. I need to ask about his true feelings and try to calm him down post-haste. Jesus! Tell me what's on your mind. Could you please tell me what's on your mind?
I don't wanna. It's not like you'd listen to me anyways.
That's right, I'd never listen to you. Wait and see.
What's wrong? Normally you'd be shouting right about now.
Oh, that second one came over you instantly. Dude, if he wasn't, like, heavily traumatized, I totally would have gone for it. Wait and see.
You're serious? You're really gonna listen to what I have to say?
I can understand the shock you went through after what happened with your father.
It wasn't just Pops. This morning, I lost everything.
Oh, you poor baby. Wait and see.
Everything I have was given to me by Pops. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in?
Believe in yourself. If you can't believe in others, then at least believe in yourself. You need to gain experience on your own, but if you require wisdom, I can lend you a hand. Bop.
Ever since I got locked up, I've been thinking, am I too inculpable to be a prosecutor? Incapable? Which one was it?
It's incapable. I believe incapable is the word you're looking for. Reaching your own ability is not an easy task. Sebastian, little by little, you're growing. Bam. Sebastian, would you tell me your side of the story?
I understand. What's I talk about?
He seems to have calmed down slightly. I'd like you to tell me everything you know about the kidnappers. Now then, tell me what you heard and saw. Or are you tied up in your own home? That's kind of weird.
That's what I'd like to know. I'm the victim here. How would I know?
Stop playing. Jesus. Wait and see.
I was really scared being locked up alone, you know?
Did your abductors happen to say anything to you?
I don't really get it, but one of them said, don't blame us, blame the owner of this house.
The owner Blaze? The owner of this house, wouldn't that be Blaze the Best?
Huh? Pops, I get it. Someone who hates Pops must have taken me hostage.
No, considering the situation, that seems unlikely. Action between Blaze and the kidnappers could be a useful clue. Who kidnapped you? Do you have any idea who the kidnapper could be?
Of course I don't. If I did, I would have told you already.
Let me try using that clue. Blaze was behind the... Really, though? A kidnapper can easily use his own home to hold someone captive. Sebastian, you were kidnapped by your own father.
What? It can't be. Was he gonna kill me because I'm a nuisance?
I would fucking hope not. I would hope there would be some level of standards. As terrible of a fucking father as he is, would there be any reason for him to take your life? If his son was found dead in his own garage, Blaze would be suspected immediately.
I see. Then, why was I kidnapped?
Not by his own son. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be after any ransom money. What's the objective then? I guess that's the last one we gotta do.
What else would a kidnapper want beside a ransom?
Another objective? Kidnapping his own son or to demand a ransom wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you notice anything strange when you got kidnapped?
Oh, as soon as I answered their question, they just took me away.
What'd they ask you? Tell me what they asked you, Bob.
Don't glare at me like that. I think they asked me, do you know Courtney?
See, pieces of this puzzle are starting to fall into place. Blaze and the kidnappers did not intend to kidnap you. Their objective was John Marsh. They're planning to kidnap Judge Courtney's son. In order to have Patricia Rowland declared not guilty.
Justine has a son? And Warden Rowland gets declared not guilty?
I suspect the kidnappers mistook you for John Marsh.
All of this was just a mistake? Wait, maybe that's why back then.
Did you just remember something?
No, it's nothing. I'm useless anyways. Just leave me alone already.
Oh, this is bad. He might be at his emotional limit. I need to get him to tell me what he remembered and try to calm him down as well. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. I need to help him get back on his feet. What did you remember?
I didn't remember anything about Poe. That guy.
From Kung Fu Panda? A Blaze? Would that guy happen to be Blaze?
Darn it! Ugh, so this is the difference between me and someone who earned this prosecutor title.
I've been wanting to ask you, why did you become a prosecutor?
What does it matter? I'm not fit to be a prosecutor anyways.
Wait and see.
Say something.
Must have some reason for choosing this path, right?
No, it's not like that. It wasn't anything special. I became a prosecutor for a really insignificant reason.
Wait and see.
It was just a personal reason.
Huh. Just like you, I too became a prosecutor for a personal reason.
Huh? Is that true? But you're a really successful prosecutor. I'm sure that Pops, the PIC chairman, would have been more proud of you than me.
Why is your father's approval?
Oh. I thought that if I became the best prosecutor, he'd be proud of me. That's why I just wanted to help out Pops as much as I could.
Would you happen to fuck? I didn't read the rest. Ooh.
I don't have any reason to protect.
Oh, protect your father.
I don't have any reason to protect someone like him.
Did you want to help him? Didn't you want to help out your father as much as you could?
Ugh. Just once. I only wanted to be useful to Pops just this once. That way, I can help him regain his reputation.
I guess he misspoke on reputation, but I read it as reputation anyway, so... You seem to be mixing up your words again. The word you're looking for is reputation.
Huh? No one's ever told me that before.
Your father, who has strayed from his path, continues to add to his crimes. Even knowing that, do you truly want things to stay the way they are?
But in that case, just what am I supposed to do?
You should triumph over your father, who's treated you like a fool. You must stop Blaze before he commits another crime.
I never thought of it that way. I want to triumph over Pops.
Somehow it seems that he has calmed down once again. My chance to ask him about Blaze's secret. I'll give Sebastian the courage to stand up to his father. Bitch. What's the connection? Is there some connection between your father and Patricia Rowland?
I'm sorry. I don't really know.
Every tiny bit helps. Can you remember anything at all?
I think sometimes they would interact with each other during work, but...
Of course they would. Was there something else? What? Is there something else on your mind?
Apparently, Pops is the one who recommended Rowland to be the warden.
No. Was there a reason for Blaze to recommend her?
Probably because, unlike me, Pops actually cares about her.
Jesus, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see.
Well, Pops has known her since he first became the chief prosecutor, after all.
What was he like when he was the chief prosecutor?
Oh, Pops was amazing. He'd look over every single piece of evidence that went through the prosecutor's office.
Over every single piece of evidence? This could be a major clue. Where's the evidence? The evidence regarding Patricia Rowland never made it to trial. Duty of a prosecutor to watch over evidence. Did you take care of it properly?
That's not it. Just listen to what I have to say.
Okay, I'll wait.
I thought I would keep it in the safest place I knew. What have I done?
They'll become unsettled again. I'll still lend him a hand. Oh, did you give it to Blaze? Oh, place you thought would be the safest. I've been in Blaze Debeste's hands.
He told me it would be safer if he took care of the evidence.
I'm sorry, but he has betrayed your trust in the worst way possible.
Pops, he wants to hide the evidence.
Leave the trial undecided. That way there's the not guilty verdict, yeah? Blaze's objective was to have Warden Rowland found not guilty by obscuring the truth. Sebastian, you were used by your father. It's possible that Blaze Debeste has the evidence with him. Furthermore, we still have no idea where John is. I'll return to my investigation post-haste. However,
This is all my fault. What am I gonna do now?
like this, I can't just leave him be. He's still suffering in the gap between his ideal and reality. Never move on until he figures out how to live his own life. Sebastian is about to face his greatest trial. This is his fate. Shall give him the push forward that he needs. You continue to ignore the truth just like your father.
Please, stop it already. I don't want your buddy. Just leave me alone.
I believe you mean pity. I believe pity is the word you're looking for. Bop.
Oh, really?
I still have my own reasons for wanting to speak with you. There was a time when I too did not seek the truth and continued to run away from it. However, thanks to a certain friend, I was able to realize my mistake.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
I can't tell you any more about the friend, sorry. But this is your counseling time, not mine.
That's nice. You're lucky, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't have anyone like that.
I'll show you the way, bud. If you have the courage to stand up, I'll show you the way.
What?
Only if you have the will for it, though.
I don't want to be like Pops.
So, he wants to surpass his own father. I understand his feelings clearly now. Will you continue to be a prosecutor? Do you still intend to continue as a prosecutor?
I don't really know. It's not like I became a prosecutor on my own. For that, do I even have the right to continue being a prosecutor?
Decide that for yourself, buddy. Whether or not you continue as a prosecutor is something you must decide for yourself. Only you can determine your path in life.
I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. Because if I give up now, I know I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life.
So, he wants to continue to live as a prosecutor, to keep his will in mind. Sebastian says that he wants to surpass his father and continue to be a prosecutor. In other words, he wants to be a different prosecutor from his father. First answer he's arrived at on his own. He has the will, he'll find his way. What are you gonna do now? What do you plan to do from here on?
First, I'm returning this red jacket. I'm not fit to wear it. Clothes fake the man, I think. That's what Pops used to say. He knew all along I was a fake.
Clothes picked it. It would look much better on me. It's not fake. The saying is clothes make the man. Why would you wear?
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've learned something new yet again.
Yes. What to do now is become a prosecutor who is fit to wear that jacket.
Yeah, I'll do my best. That way no one will ever make fun of me again. But how can I get people to accept me? What do? I don't know what to do.
For goodness sake, don't you remember your own words? Perhaps his own will can show him the way. As a prosecutor, didn't you want to walk a different path from your father? Certainly, the path you have chosen is not an easy one. Nevertheless, you still chose to live as a prosecutor. In that case, it should be clear to you that what you need to do. Duh! I still question how I live my life to this day. But you, Sebastian, found your own answer. So believe in yourself, Prosecutor Debeste. Hell yeah, dude. He was mistaken for John and kidnapped by Blaze's underlings. After his father stole his evidence, he lost his confidence as a prosecutor. The emotions he's going through must be more painful than anything I could ever imagine. It's taken longer than I thought, but with that, checkmate. Let's go! Oh!
Darn it! He dashed out of here at full speed.
It seems as if there's one thing he's the best at, it's running away. Come on. And we're back here now! Curses! We're running out of time. We should check in with Mr. Shields. I'd also like to know what the situation is like on their end.
Mr. Debeste ran off again.
Just give them the new information we discovered. Francisco will take his place.
Wonder if that's gonna be enough.
Can't be helped. If he ran away, there's nothing more we can do. Beep. I guess I'll just say it again.
If there's no murder weapon, you can't prove the defendant is guilty. Just because we don't have the murder weapon doesn't mean the defendant is innocent. Seems you wish to taste the sting of my whip. Yeah! Mr. Attorney, this trial, how much longer will it take? It feels like it hasn't gone anywhere at all for a good while now. Well, sorry, but that stubborn prosecutor over there just doesn't seem to understand. Until I am satisfied, this whip will lash out at you as many times as I see fit. Right now, she's probably with me once for every year I've been alive. Miles, what's taking you so long? Even though we're just stalling for time, Uncle Ray can't keep this up much longer. Whoops, excuse me. Phone call. Mind if I take this? I will allow it.
Mr. Shields, I am talking to you through the phone dimension.
Oh, Miles, it's you! How's it going over there?
We found Sebastian.
Oh, the knife and chisel?
Seems he handed the evidence over to Blaze Debeste. It's very likely that Blaze knows the whereabouts of the murder weapon.
Ex-chairman Debeste? But why would Blaze...
That I don't know yet. However, there may be some hidden connection between Trisha Rowland and Blaze.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll issue a subpoena for Blaze Debeste right away. I'll grill him personally.
I'll continue to search for the missing evidence.
Try to hurry it up, would ya? We're at our wits' end over here. It feels like the verdict could be handed down any moment.
Understood. How much longer can Judge Courtney's heart hold out? Now she's in a lot of pain. I've got to hurry.
So, how's the trial going?
Blaze will be taking the stand. I don't know how things will turn out, though.
I'll do anything from hiding evidence to kidnapping. He really is nothing but trouble.
I agree. We should probably take another look at the evidence concerning him.
Okay, leave it to me. First, here's the latest evidence fresh from the scene.
They're the gloves from earlier. Although I am certainly curious about them. Anything else?
The files from the IS-7 incident. If I recall, Blaze was also involved in this, right?
Indeed, he was involved in destroying the evidence. But now let's keep this on hand. All right. Now then, is there anything else?
Of course! Last but not least, we got this.
This is the Yatagarazu's badge. Okay. I'm talking about things related to Blaze. Please be serious. Be so fucking for real.
But aren't you always going around presenting random evidence to Mr. Edgeworth? And your badge, you know, when you had one of those?
Well, that's... Isn't that Sebastian?
Now, what are you doing here? Whoa! He ignored us.
He came out of the Grand Tower. What was he doing in there?
Let's go investigate what Mr. Debeste was up to.
Yes, let us go. Hatch is open.
Might be Mr. Debeste who opened it.
Did Sebastian come in here?
Mr. Edgeworth, over there! The safe's open!
Did he come here to open that? Let's examine it thoroughly. Alright. Anything else? Might, I was using the black market auction. Kay isn't tempted by it.
Stealing money seems to be the popular trend for thieves these days.
Really an issue with trendiness?
However, don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. The great thief Yatagarasu won't be swept away by the current trends.
Aren't friends? I should probably just leave it at that. Alright.
There's something inside that safe!
Let's go ahead and have a look-see. Some documents in here.
There's a bunch of papers that...
Huh? This is a picture of... That yellow-haired bastard again, of all places.
That's Mr. Knightley!
Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard.
Why is his picture here? What are all these papers for?
I don't know. We'll have to read the documents to find out. All but certain there's a connection between Knightley and Dogen. His chest poker's identity remained unknown until now. Actually, Knightley all along. That's proof enough. Tomorrow I shall interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of Dogen's henchmen. The thing he laid to rest near the flower bed 12 years ago. I simply must retrieve it. This seems to be a report about Knightley.
Not to mention, it was apparently written before Knightley was killed.
Horace Knightley was murdered while he was being interrogated in the warden's office. Check for the contents. This document was probably written by Patricia Rowland.
I knew it!
The question, however, is who this report was addressed to.
The owner of this safe is...
The conductor, Blaze Debeste.
So this proves that Mr. Rowland and Blaze are connected.
Indeed. However, it's not just the two of them. Huh? Blaze Debeste and Patricia Rowland were searching for Dogen's henchmen. I forgot how big the top of his head was. Jesus Christ.
Sirhan Dogen, that dog-loving assassin!
This means that there is a hidden connection between the three of them.
What might it be?
I don't know, but it must be related to this case.
There's some other stuff in here I remember seeing.
Huh? Something on his finger. Yeah, the ring.
Forrest Knightley's chessboard in the ring. All his possessions are inside this safe.
So basically, all the stuff is evidence for the prison case?
Correct.
Then that knife and chisel that vanished might be in here too. Let's see, Mr. Knife, Mr. Chisel. They're not in there. I guess this is all just Mr. Knightley's stuff.
I see. Too bad. Forrest Knightley is dead.
Edgeworth! This game isn't over yet. You hear me?
Well, the game is not over yet. Unless I can see it through to its end. I wonder if I should follow this green arrow. Hello? Who's there? Huh? Who's asking about cotton candy? Oh, shit. There is also ice cream. That is what you'd prefer. You! Shelly the Killer! It's good to see you are well, Mr. Edgeworth.
What are you doing in a place like this?
As you can see, I am selling cotton candy. Would you care for some heavenly cotton candy? We really should arrest this fucking guy, True. Even sweeter than death. One bite will send you straight to heaven. That's definitely not something I'd want to buy from the killer. The meaning of my message. You understood it? I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? You've been spying on us this whole time? Spying? Heavens no, I was simply watching over you. While disguised as a cotton candy salesman. Isn't that the exact same thing? What is this man's objective? You the one who murdered the president? No. The contract with my client has already expired. President Huang is a bit of a celebrity in the world of assassins, you see. Over the years, many attempts on his life were made, and yet, he stubbornly lives on. He's a robust man, surrounded by flawless security. He employs body doubles. Robust? The president? Ugh, tongue seems more apt. However, it seems this time the president's security wasn't exactly flawless.
Mr. Rook only had prevented your previous assassination, but this time...
I did not kill him. It's not my principle to kill needlessly. I'm also grateful to Rook, a worthy adversary who is connected to me by fate. Thanks to that man, I did not kill a target who had no value to be killed. Thanks to Rook preventing the assassination. What does he mean? My client deliberately gave me a false target. Trail most foul. I am now searching for my client. In all likelihood, is the same person you are looking for. Is he saying that his client murdered the president? So who is this person you're referring to? I myself am not allowed to say. It would be a violation of the rules. I cannot disclose the identity of my clients. Do so would create a problem of trust with my other clients. This is precisely why I am personally searching for them myself.
What are you gonna do when you find your client?
Of course, they shall be rewarded with a punishment most befitting. Traitor.
What? That person. What'll happen to them?
I'll leave that up to your imagination. Oof! Certainly won't be anything pleasant. Oh yes, I will tell you just one more thing. 3 days ago, Sir Hunt Dogan escaped from prison. What?! His forehead is a lot more, like, pushed back in this modern incarnation. Maybe it's just the angle being weird on that one image. 3 nights passed, Dogen's solitary cell was found vacant. It was almost as if he knew I would come pay him a visit. He visited Dogen's cell? Could it be that the person the killer is searching for is... Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going. Let us both do our best in tracking down that person. So, the killer and Dogen, these 2 assassins. Yeah. The sound is...
Mr. Edgeworth, this Courtney's cell phone is ringing.
What a fucking weird ringtone. Could it be John?
Mr. Edgeworth, how are you doing?
Sounds like they're using a voice changer. Who is this?
Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood.
The Red Hood? Oh. Are you the person who ambushed Kay?
Brilliant deduction. I'd expect no less from a prodigy prosecutor such as yourself.
Mr. Edgeworth, I want to listen in on this too.
Very well, I'll put it on speaker.
Well, I must say that I didn't expect the girl to get amnesia.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
But that's not all, you see.
Okay.
Perhaps I should let you in on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Blaze Debeste to kill Jill Crane.
What? Is he the person the killer spoke of?
I really should thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
You have no more reason to thank me.
Oh, you haven't noticed? Aye, that's troublesome, you know. I warned you to catch Blaze for me, so I took dear little Kay.
What?
If Kay was a suspect, I knew you would investigate the case. And I was sure that the great Miles Edgeworth would be able to catch Blaze. It was all according to my plan. And you know, I get the feeling that you have the wrong idea. But let me clear something up. Blaze Debeste wasn't the one who kidnapped Miss Courtney's son.
How do you know about the kidnapping?
You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center and got all friendly with you.
How could this person know something like that? Judge Courtney was supposed to have visited me using the detective's name.
I bet you're wondering how I knew about the kidnapping, right? It's quite simple. Because darling little John is in my care right now.
What?
Huh?
You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. Quickly, little Kay. You have to hurry and steal him back. You wouldn't want to tarnish the Otakarasu's name on your first job, would you?
I don't even know it's my first job?
Why does this person know everything in so much detail?
Well, I suppose I can't blame you for your mistake. It seems Blaze was after John as well, you see.
There were 2 kidnappings.
He's such a fool, you know. Kidnapping his own son instead.
Is John there with you? If he is, then I would like to hear his voice.
He's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You see, he's asleep right now.
In that case, there's no way for us to really know you kidnapped John or not.
I suppose you don't have to believe me if you don't want to.
What is your objective? Is it to get Patricia Rowland declared not guilty?
A not guilty verdict. I couldn't care less about that.
So his objective is different from Blaze's.
I think I'll keep my objective a secret for now. Well then, I must be going. I hope you enjoy yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't think you can get away with this.
Come come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that.
Ugh. Fuck.
Who in the world was that?
I don't know. His voice sounded incredibly painful, though. We don't have enough information.
Darn it, we're totally clueless. Meanwhile, they seem to know everything about us.
Know everything about us. Okay, you're right. Thinking about it, it is strange. Sure hope that wasn't a recurring character. But hey, it's okay. They said they were using a voice changer, so when the real identity is revealed, I can just change the voice. How does the culprit know so much about us?
It's so weird. I mean, they even know about the kidnapping.
We must figure out how the culprit was able to obtain that information. I must recall. What exactly does this person know? That's it. By analyzing our conversation with the culprit, I figured it out, Kay. I know the source of this person's information.
What, really?
In all likelihood, this person is probably playing a bug on us. Maybe some kind of bee. I believe it is highly likely that we have been bugged.
Bugged?
If you recall what that person said, he literally just said it. We don't have to read it back. They couldn't see our faces. That means they weren't taking our pictures or following us.
Then they must have planted a bug somewhere. Could it be in my stuff?
Was there anything they could have had a chance to bug? I see a hint somewhere in our conversation just now. That's right! That person knew something they shouldn't have. Conversation between Judge Courtney and myself in the visitor's room. Judge Courtney!
Hush. Please have a seat.
The evidence I had with me at the time was... Take that! Okay, may I see your badge?
May I take Arasu's badge? No way!
Why not?
Mr. Edgeworth, just because you became a Great Thief's assistant doesn't mean you're ready to wear this badge yet.
That's not it. It's very likely that a bug was planted in it. They put bugs in it.
What? In my badge? That's less likely than you think.
Let's just take a closer look at it.
Ah, this is...
Seems I was right. Good job, Perry. Good job.
How'd you know?
The person had been in contact with you.
You mean when I was knocked unconscious?
Yes, that's why I thought one of your possessions might have been bugged. However, that person also overheard my conversation with Courtney. Even though that conversation took place in the visitor's room with just the two of us.
Ah, so you were holding on to it at that time.
Exactly. Although their evidence had been taken away from me. Only the Yatigarazu's badge remained with me.
So this crew's been listening in on us the whole time.
Indeed. That must be how they knew about the information we collected.
Does that mean they're also listening in on this conversation?
Most likely.
Hey, Buster!
Kay!
Eavesdropping is for cowards! Why don't you come out here and fight us fair and square?
Face. What was that sound just now?
Ow!
Huh? That's Nicole!
Honestly, y'all scared the bejesus out of me. Your voice was so loud there, little missy. I was so surprised I done fell flat on my behind. I'm sorry. What were you getting at? What were you getting so riled up for? You gotta hear this, it really grinds my gears. Yes, yes.
Okay, please just leave it at that. Unless you want to make tomorrow's morning's headlines.
That was close. Aw, shucks. Don't be such a stick in the mud. What's wrong with letting a gal open her heart and spill the beans?
For now, I'll turn the bug off.
So, did you find the kidnappers?
Miss Swift, was the boy you saw being kidnapped this boy in the photo?
No, they ain't nothing alike. He had a more stupid looking face and was wearing a collared school uniform.
Everybody is so mean to him, and for what?
I thought so.
Yet again, we were led astray by this woman's testimony. Not to conduct our investigation all over again. So, we're back to where we started. Are there any new leads? Only 20 minutes left until 2 o'clock. Will we be able to make it in time?
Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! About that phone call just now. Wasn't there a strange sign at the end?
Y'all are making some arguments, I will say, in chat. Are they sound arguments? They're arguments. A strange sound. Don't think you can get away with this. Then come. Imagine that sound like an explosion. Might be a hint to establish the culprit's whereabouts.
I see. The sound of an explosion, huh?
I would appreciate it if you stopped eavesdropping in on us.
Mr. Prosecutor, you're as stingy as ever.
First, let's see what she has to say. Okay. I need some water. I need some water. I will be back in a little bit, okay? Okay. We are back once again. We are so back, some might say. But really, we're just back. Let's talk to, what's her face? Nicole.
All my hard work's helped move the case forward. I reckon it's all in a good day's work. I'm not so sure about that. We've been chasing after an entirely different person. Oh fuck, no sound? That's crazy.
Indeed, it seems she did not properly examine the soundbar earlier. Or the photo.
What now? Was my info really all that bad?
No, some of the blame also falls on us for relying on a dubious information source. Time for us to regroup and start over.
Did you hold on for a sec? If you think I'm staying quiet after being called a dubious source, you got another thing coming. Fine then. Guess I'll have to tell you about the scoop I've been saving.
You've been saving a scoop? Although I'm not expecting much, let's hear it. What is this scoop of yours?
It's Moozilla. I have decisive evidence that the mighty Moozilla exists.
Okay, let's go, Kay.
Hold up! I'm being serious. Y'all might not believe it, but it's true.
We don't have much time, but I guess there's no other way. Would this decisive evidence of yours happen to be something on that tape recorder?
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. You're good at figuring things out, aren't you? It's the sound of Moozilla spewing out fire. This place nearly became a sea of flames.
If you say so.
Don't make that face. If you think I'm lying, then I'll have a listen for yourself. Ready? Here comes the flame. How was that? It's hard to tell hell over you shouting, but if you say so, I guess it could be flames.
Miss Swift, did you really, truly witness these so-called flames?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't really see it with my own two eyes. On account of, wasn't actually there at the time.
Muzilla had appeared. Wouldn't you have noticed no matter where you were?
I was a ways off and was using a slightly unusual recording method, so,
Could you explain to me this recording method in more detail?
Oh, guess I just dug my own grave. Truth is, I was aiming for a scoop, so I did me some wireless wiretapping. Wait a minute, wireless wiretapping? If there's no wires, how'd you tap them?
Okay, please don't concern yourselves with the semantics. She was simply intercepting wireless communications and listening in without permission.
I've been spending the last few days scoping out the Grand Tower with my mentor.
So you were investigating the black market auctions. In that case, you naturally would have tapped the immediate area surrounding the Grand Tower.
You betcha, but right then and there I heard an ear-shattering roar. Finally, Muzilla appears. My heart is pounding. I feel him drawing near. So, everything except the sound is just your own personal impressions, right?
In the end, it seems you didn't actually see anything. Isn't wiretapping a crime? Yeah?
Well, I reckon writing's more my thing. Anyways, as I continued tuning into the situation... Well, Miss K over there almost shatters my eardrums. Eavesdropping is for cowards, yada yada yada.
But... What was that sound just now? I see. Swift, while you were eavesdropping, you were surprised by Kate's voice and fell over. In other words, you did not hear her voice directly. You heard it via the radio waves emitted by the bug, did you not?
What? Does that mean that the one who planted the bug on me was...
Didn't we arrest him? I think so, yeah?
How is that for eavesdropping? I'd never stoop to bugging nobody.
Miss Swift, do you mind if we borrow that tape for a while?
Oh, just do what you please already.
Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, I saw a gumshoe down here. And I was like, oh, he's here. But no, it's them as well. It was them. Mr. Keys, Miss Barry.
Monkey? Did you find him?
Not yet. Just where could John be? John? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I don't know anything about the kidnapping. Regarding Sebastian, we found him not too long ago.
Really? That's great! Thank you so much! Now I won't be arrested again!
Okay, before we talk to them, let's talk to you. Fine.
Gummy, why are you running away?
Detective Gumshoe.
When Mr. Edgeworth gave up his prosecutor's badge, I just didn't know what to do.
Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me! Block me on Twitter this instant!
Then I began to think, Mr. Edgeworth isn't a prosecutor anymore. Does that mean I'm no longer a detective? But that's not true. Even without Mr. Edgeworth, I'm still a detective, and investigating's my job. Detectives don't investigate just for the sake of prosecutors, pal. That's why, even if I'm on my own, I won't stop investigating.
So you've been investigating by yourself?
And perhaps at that time... Also, yeah, don't worry, Rubbish, we know.
You should thank your former subordinate. He gave me some valuable information which may save Kay.
So, Jill Crane's autopsy report.
I went to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. That's when I hurried.
When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths anytime you want. Kay Faraday is the culprit. That was a truth I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good, very good. That face, that expression. You heard that conversation?
That's right. That's why I looked over the evidence again myself, sir.
Gummy, that's amazing! So, it was you who saved me.
He just goes about doing illegal things constantly. Yeah, what a sack of shit, dude.
Hey, I'm really glad you got your memories back.
Thank you.
You get it now? I can investigate on my own.
Gummy, don't run away! You've already proven that you can investigate on your own. After all, you saved me.
Detective, I need your help. Currently, I'm not a prosecutor, nor am I much of anything else. Even so, I will pursue this case. Ask you not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you marry me? I mean, will you help us?
Ooh, please cut it out, sir.
Gummy?
Okay, I get it, pal. I can't bear to see Mr. Edgeworth bowing his head to me like this.
Gummy!
Thank you.
Fuck. Thank you, detective.
What do you want me to do, sir?
Let's fucking go, dude. Detective Gumshoe, please tell me what you found in your investigation so far. Also true, Kiki.
Roger, leave it to me, sir. I have 3 things to report. First up is about Kay's clothes that was sent to the crime lab. Traces of an extremely powerful drug called Sleepy Zub were found on them.
Fucking get somebody to name your shit in these games, dude. Come on. So that means after Kay was drugged at Gourd Lake, he was brought to the roof of the Grand Tower.
That's right, sir. Now for item number 2. The footage from the security camera at the Grand Tower's elevator.
The footage that captured the President Hong and Judge Kwame going up to the roof. The elevator is generally the only way to get to the rooftop. If the elevator was used, then the person who used it would be caught on camera.
Exactly. In other words, if you look over the footage from a couple of days ago, you should be able to see an unconscious Kay being carried up to the roof.
Then Gummy, doesn't that mean that you...
I checked out all the footage from before the incident 2 days ago on Fast Forward.
I see. And the results?
Well, actually, nothing came up, sir. They never showed up on tape at all.
That was unexpected. I guess it won't be so easy. How was Kay brought up to the roof of the tower? Take a moment to carefully consider the possibilities. Well then, let's hear your third and final report.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, the most important thing to report. I'm so happy to be able to investigate with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna give it my all to arrest the culprit. That is all, sir.
I apologize for putting you through so much, Detective Gumshoe. However, that was your most important report. It had nothing to do with the case at all. I would have preferred something that's actually useful.
A merciless attitude. That's it, Mr. Edgeworth, I know, sir.
Let's go. We're so back. The young boy's been kidnapped. I want you to help us search for him.
A kidnapping, sir.
The victim is a boy by the name of John Marsh.
That kid with the horns.
Yes, do you know about him? Looks like he's from an entirely different game.
I saw that boy myself, sir.
Was that this morning?
That's right. He came out of that trailer over there and then he walked towards the garbage pickup area.
Garbage pickup area?
It's right over there, pal. That's where all the trash from the Grand Tower's offices is collected. I don't know what happened after that. Since I left the place around then,
Seems we must investigate the garbage pickup area.
Okay.
Anything to not have to do these two fucking voices yet.
Dummy said John was headed towards the garbage pickup area.
Indeed, there might be some traces of him left behind. Oh, hey. Who spilled the milk? This milk carton is...
It's the one John was drinking out of.
There's no mistake. Something must have happened to John here. The garbage pickup time is 11 a.m. So that's why there's no trash.
I looked here earlier. This place was overflowing with garbage, sir.
Looks like today is the day when the bulk waste is collected during the garbage pickup.
There really were a lot of bulky items placed here, pal.
The garbage truck's compactor can crush any kind of garbage to dust.
No, it seems in the case of bulk waste, it is transported as is without being crushed.
Huh. What do you know about how bulk waste is disposed of, Mr. Edgeworth?
Maybe Mr. Shields, in order to accomplish his Mr. Edgeworth acquisition plan, printed something like a moving process instructional brochure.
There are times when you're so sharp it's scary, but they're few and far between. Combined with Detective Gumshoe's testimony, the chances are high that John was attacked at the garbage pickup area.
If he was here, there wouldn't be many witnesses. Why would John have come to a place like this?
It would be natural to think that he came here to throw something away.
We have no way of knowing since the garbage truck has already collected everything.
Hey, wait a minute. There were two cars that came through here. The only vehicles that came through the plaza this morning were the taxi and a blue truck.
And Mr. Debeste was kidnapped in that taxi.
Yes, meanwhile, John was attacked in the garbage pickup area. Garbage was collected from there at 11.
I've got it, sir! The blue truck was actually...
That's right. The blue truck that came through the plaza was a garbage truck. However, be that as it may, the officer who gave us this information made no mention that the blue truck was a garbage truck.
Talk about careless. How could someone mistake a garbage truck for a normal truck?
That's not it, Kay. Today was the day for the collection of bulk waste. I suspect it was a standard truck without a trash compactor that came by to collect it. One was taken away by this garbage truck. And where do garbage trucks go?
To the dump, of course!
Hold up! The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector, right? And the truck was probably fake too. How do you know they really went to the dump?
No, the garbage truck should have been real.
Why's that?
That'll be made clear if you simply take a look at the garbage pickup area. This shows that the garbage truck John was kidnapped in was real. Take that! The garbage pickup area is locked.
Only a real garbage collector could have unlocked it to collect the trash.
Precisely. You should assume that a genuine garbage truck was used. For example, the kidnapper could have put John into a large cardboard box. The box was mixed in with the rest of the bulk waste.
The garbage collector would have carried John away without even knowing it.
Exactly. The culprit would then lie in wait at the garbage dump. If they said I threw it away by mistake, the box would be returned to them.
Any garbage dumps nearby? Let's see. There's two of them!
Dusk and dawn. Hee hee hee. Hoo hoo. Which garbage dump was he taken to? Any hints on any of the information I had? I don't know. No, I already checked this area earlier, but I never had to fucking kill myself. Okay, we're out. Alright.
Even though Regina was also searched with her friends. Oh, we were beaten to the punch!
By friends, does she mean her animals? If I recall correctly, wasn't the Very Big Circus supposed to have a performance today?
Yep, that's right. We've all been practicing a lot for this upcoming performance.
Will Simon also be performing?
Of course. He's been practicing really hard, even though he keeps saying, no way, no way. He even rode in a balloon and did lots of advertising for us. So, Mr. Edgeworth, you should also come by and see Simon's heroics.
Very well. As if we're able to successfully solve this case. The animal friends, tell me about Ramby and all those other freaks. It sounded like you were saying you used animals in your search.
Yep, I thought we would be able to find him if I used a agent in Astique, but Simon said no way, no way, no way and stopped me. No fun.
If Simon hadn't been there, would probably be a mass panic right about now.
Simon, why'd you stop her? What made the city more fun, like the circus? Ugh, Mr. Edgeworth, please forgive me.
Why is he apologizing to me? I haven't said anything. Well, that was pointless. Let's talk to Simon.
As expected of Mr. Edgeworth. How'd you find him? Naturally, it was all thanks to his powers of logic and reasoning.
Actually, it was just a coincidence.
I guess we weren't any help at all, were we?
Don't be silly, of course you helped. Really, thanks a lot. Where were you guys searching, Simon?
It was a bit far off, but we searched around the Sunshine Coliseum.
Sunshine Coliseum, so they went by the shore. Huh. Ain't that a familiar sight?
There were a lot of people at the event there, so I thought you might have gone as well.
An event? Sounds like fun. Is it a festival? I want to go too.
It was a lot of fun. There were food stands, fireworks, and much more.
Simon got worn out by all the people in the crowd pretty quickly, though.
You didn't have to tell him that.
It's settled. Once we wrap up this case, let's all go there.
Oh man.
At any rate, I'm glad you were able to find him so quickly.
Why is that?
The truth is, our circus show is about to start soon, so I don't think we would have been able to help out with the search much longer.
Sorry to burden you with this when you also needed to prepare your performance.
No, it's okay. Please don't worry about it. After all, I also didn't want to get arrested again. I'm so relieved you were able to find him, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, but the warden still hasn't been declared guilty yet.
What? So you're saying there's still a chance I might be arrested? No, wait.
Okay, please don't tease him. What else is there to do? Oh yeah, fireworks, that would, yeah. Mr. Keys, didn't you say there were fireworks at the Coliseum earlier?
Huh? Oh, what about them?
Were those fireworks set off during the day?
Yeah, even just while we were there, a bunch of them were set off.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
That explosion sound we heard at the end of the kidnapper's phone call. Could very well have been the fireworks. I think he can get away with this. Yeah. I'll be looking forward to it if you can bring me the justice ratio. For the sound to have been picked up by the phone, it must have been fairly loud.
So that means the culprit was near the Coliseum.
Question for the chat. If I were to stop after this next to be continued, do you think it would be 1 or 2 more streams I would need to finish up the game? Because I do want to continue, but man, my voice was not ready for today.
Even so, I bet the fireworks could be heard in lots of places around the Coliseum.
Indeed. It'd be impossible for us to search the entire area by ourselves. But we could have the police lend us a hand. Do they know? I'd say maybe 2. Alright. Probably about if I did like a long one, maybe. All right. I mean, I'm down for doing a longer finale thing. That's what I usually do. I could do that, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I was planning to stream the finale tomorrow, but we'll see how my voice is holding up. Based on the explosion sound we heard from the kidnapper's phone, we know that John is being confined in some place in the vicinity of the Coliseum.
One of the garbage dumps is right next to the Coliseum.
John was almost certainly taken there. In which case, the place he is being confined to must also be somewhere close by. Maybe you should make too sure. I mean, we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Like I said. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Could I ask you to search the area around this garbage dump?
You don't have to ask me like we're strangers, sir. It feels so distant. Please don't want to be around like you normally do.
Gay sex? Are you sure, Detective? Right now, I'm not a prosecutor.
Didn't I tell you, sir? Detectives don't just investigate for the sake of prosecutors.
You have my thanks, Detective. I'm sorry, this is definitely gay sex. True.
Mr. Edgeworth, look, it's almost time.
Yes, it would be best if we hurry. We should also be at their fucking limits. Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you.
Yo, boys, leave it to me, sir. This may be an unofficial investigation, but I'll call in all my pals from the station now.
I'll help too. Stealing John back is my job after all.
I'll be returning to the courtroom. I might be able to draw out some more time.
Okay. Well, then even in the depths of night.
The clock just struck 2. We have to hurry.
Yes, sir.
Now my introduction. When are the bird dares to take flight?
Alright, we're back here now. Oh, we're fucking back with this asshole. Well. If it isn't former prosecutor Edgeworth. It's the best.
Witness, face forward. We're not done talking yet.
Like I said, you see. Why exactly would I have needed to help that person out, Your Honor? You know, it's a crying shame. Having a beautiful woman declared guilty, honestly. It brings tears to my eyes. But you see, there's no reason for me to go out of my way to hide evidence just to save her.
However, we still have the testimony of your son, Prosecutor Debeste. Testified that he handed the evidence over to you.
Well, I haven't the slightest clue what he was talking about. I simply can't imagine why Sebastian would have said something like that, you know. What if there is evidence that shows your connection with Warden Rowan? Ace Attorney objection bubble. Kill yourself!
Kill yourself!
And you're just what do you think you're doing, former prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm under the impression that you were no longer in any position to stand in court.
Miles Edgeworth!
How dare you barge into my prosecutor's bench? Francisca, I'm sorry. I need you to lend me the bench for a little while. Is there a reason, by the way, why the prosecutor and the defense are on opposite sides and they are in the other Ace Attorney games? Is it literally just because they didn't want to make sprites for Edgeworth facing the other way? Oh, this is the normal sides? Okay. Judge Courtney, I brought vital evidence related to this case. Your Honor, please allow me to testify. She'd never allow it. Oh yeah, I guess so, huh?
Courtney Pie, Uncle Ray also asked that he be allowed to testify. There are no objections for the prosecutor either, right?
Understood.
The prosecution also has no objection. There's no way you can allow something like this, you know.
such high-handed methods.
How does he still have his lighter, by the way? Shouldn't they have confiscated that when he was fucking arrested?
Surely you're not toward being held in contempt of court, wouldn't you say, Courtney?
As long as John is still in danger, Judge Courtney cannot rule against the warden. I must show her something that shows the search for her son is progressing. I asked you have faith in me and my assistant.
Now that you mention it, where exactly is she?
She is currently out searching for the most important piece of evidence.
It's a waste of time. There's no such evidence. Are you stalling for time? How disgraceful.
Objection.
Most important piece of evidence, huh? Let me buy. I don't really know what that evidence is, but I think we should have some faith in her. After all, even if she may not look it, she's still the great thief Yatagarasu. Somehow it seems that Mr. Shields understands. Judge Courtney, we've already determined the general location of that evidence. It's only a matter of time before she steals the evidence back.
I understand.
I shall give you permission to testify. Thank you, Your Honor.
This is ridiculous.
This vital evidence that you have found, please present it to the court.
Please, the best of Patricia Rowland are somehow connected. Allow me to present the evidence that proves it. Where is it? 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 Third page? Yeah! This document contains a detailed report regarding the interrogation of a certain man. A certain man? And that man being the late Horace Knightley. And the one who interrogated him was the defendant in this trial, Patricia Rowland. So that means that was the interrogation where... That's right, Patricia Rowland murdered Knightley in the aftermath of their interrogation. And that very interrogation has been recorded in this written report.
That definitely sounds like vital evidence. Miles Edgeworth, just now you referred to that document as a written report. Just who in the world was that report written for?
I thought you might ask that, Francisca. And that's precisely what is most important about this report. We found this document inside the safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
The 51st floor?
The storeroom for the black market auction. Indeed. And the conductor of the auction was you, Blaze Debeste. More like Blaze the Worst. You received a report from the victim about Warden Rowland. In the face of this evidence, can you still say you have no connection to this case? In regards to that, I refuse to answer. What? It has yet to be proven in court that I was the conductor of the black market auction. Oh, have you already forgotten the events of this morning? I believe I had already proved it back then, did I not?
I will not deny that I was bested by you. However, that was at the crime scene. Who knows if the results will be the same in court? An acquittal is still possible, you see, until it's been proven in court that I am the conductor of the black market auctions. You can't prove that document was addressed to me.
The logic is twisted. You know what? Oh yeah, does he know this is all on record? Does he know?
That's not very nice, you know. My logic isn't twisted, is it, Courtney? Don't you feel the same way? It was quite unlike you to allow former prosecutor Edgeworth's statement just now, you know. It saddens me, you see, that you would fail to uphold the laws a judge should.
In fact, I'm so upset by this, I may have no other choice but to use my last resort, you know. is, as you say, something that has not been proven in court does not merit any deliberation. I will have to overrule Mr. Edgeworth's claim.
As I thought, until John has been rescued. You see, the truth at the scene and the truth in the courtroom are two very different things. So you're saying that the truth can be distorted in court as long as it's for your sake? What a horrible thing to say! I'm not distorting the truth or anything like that, you know? If not a guilty verdict is handed down, then that becomes the truth. That's all it is, you see. It's useless. There's nothing we could do unless the missing evidence turns up. Now then, Courtney, why don't you deliver a not guilty verdict and let's get this over with? After all, that evidence isn't gonna show up anytime soon, you know.
Who raised an objection just now? Pops!
Sebastian. Why did you come back here now, of all times?
Sebastian, what is the meaning of this? Just where were you and what have you been doing since you abandoned your own trial? I'm sorry. I was, such an act as unbecoming of a prosecutor. You should be ashamed.
Sebastian, you still don't get it, you know. This court is no place for a sibling child such as yourself.
Pops,
I've come to present new evidence, Your Honor.
So please, let me take my place back at the prosecutor's bench.
Oh, fuck. Sebastian, didn't think you would come back. What's all this now, Sebastian? You don't seem at all like your normal self.
Pops,
Come now, what's the matter? You want Daddy to play with you? Is that it? Well then, why don't we just head on back home?
return to the witness stand.
What's wrong? You're shaking like a leaf. Your Honor, the prosecutor officially in charge of this case has just arrived with new evidence. The trial is still in session. In light of this, shouldn't we continue with proceedings?
Naturally, the defense has no objections, Your Honor. I'm sure a defense attorney originally in charge would say the same.
The prosecution has no objections either, Your Honor.
Continue with the proceedings. That won't be necessary, isn't that right, Courtney? Still believes that he was the one who kidnapped John. As long as John still hasn't been found, Judge Courtney will remain bound by Blaze. Anyone else will change that.
Arrest him? That sound is...
A lot of phones going off. Oh boy. Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Shields!
Yo! We found John, sir!
We rescued John!
Excellent work, detective.
That kid was the most important piece of evidence, right? Way to go, Kay!
I wanted to spread the word quickly, so I had everyone call.
Judge Courtney, it's for you.
Yes, I see. I'm so glad you're safe. Make sure you properly thank everyone, okay? Be careful. And come home safe. Let's resume the proceedings. Now that I may once again swing my gavel to my heart's content.
Ha! You're kidding, right? It's just a sad joke, you know.
Witness, this is no joke. Please return to the stand. Prosecutor Debeste as well. Promptly return to your seat at the prosecutor's bench.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go.
Sebastian Debeste.
Yes, Miss Von Karma?
I leave the rest to you. Huh? Going up against your own father, it won't be easy. I shall observe how things pan out from the gallery. Now then, allow me to ask once more, is the prosecution ready? Prosecutor Debeste, what is this new evidence you wish to present? The missing knife and chisel, Your Honor.
You mean they've finally been found? Oh my god, we're so compressed out here in the gallery.
Prosecutor Debeste, is this true? The knife and chisel. I wasn't able to find them. I searched and searched, I really did, but it was already too late.
Too late? What do you mean?
I'm sorry, what do you mean? I remembered this morning when I passed by Pops in the garage at home.
Yeah, we're so used to like higher res sounding galleries that it's like, oh fuck.
He was holding them in a wrapped newspaper. Pops, where are you going?
Ah, Sebastian. Just taking out some trash.
At that moment, I heard it. The faint sound of a bell.
Could that sound have been, by any chance,
The bell attached to Dogen's chisel?
In other words, you're saying that the witness threw away the evidence?
I searched for it, but I didn't make it in time. I'm sorry. Where exactly did you search for it? The garbage dump.
Yo, look at this sopping wet boy going through the trash.
I went to the garbage dump and searched everywhere. I thought the evidence Pop threw away had to be there.
Hey, that's...
What are you doing here?
And then he just runs away. So at that time, he had gone to the garbage dump.
But... This was all I could find. This is... Smells rather peculiar.
Now that you mention it, there's kind of a funky smell coming from you as well.
What did you expect? I was digging through garbage.
And what of the knife?
I think it's buried somewhere in that giant mountain of trash. I couldn't find it by myself.
I understand. I shall accept this into evidence.
Well done, Sebastian. You never betray my expectations, you know. Your search was so desperate through that garbage, that's all you have to show for it. Oh, what a tearjerker. I'm tearing up already.
Objection.
A little too early for tears, don't you think? We haven't examined the evidence properly yet.
I think it's just a pointless waste of time, you know.
I'm counting on you, Sebastian, Miles. Show him the truth to be exposed in court and take him down.
Mr. Shields is backing us up. Now he needs a breakthrough. Let's go to Debeste. Let's take a look.
Right.
Okay. Let's have a look inside. Be great if we could find some kind of proof. This is the bell that was attached to Dogen's chisel. Are there any traces left behind on it?
It's no good. There's not even a single smudge on it. What did you find, Prosecutor Debeste?
Do you even find anything?
Darn it.
Of course you'd find nothing. Something like that can't be called evidence, you know. All it is trash. It may be sad, but that's the truth, you see.
Sebastian's efforts all for naught?
Indeed, this bell does not seem to be valid evidence.
However,
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really giving up?
calm as always, Edgeworth. Quite unlike Sebastian here, my stupid fucking son.
Well then, is the prosecution finished with its argument?
Justine, not yet! We're not through yet! There's still something we haven't examined.
You're still not giving up? Struggling in vain's not cute at all, you know.
Seems Sebastian hasn't given up yet either. I'm just thinking the exact same thing. Last item remaining. Is it trash or evidence? Is it peak or mid? If we don't examine it, we'll never find out. What I'm thinking of is... I mean, the other two are kind of like... not really factors anymore.
We're still not done examining the newspaper that the bell was wrapped in.
Seems Sebastian has the same idea as I do. Wow, this is really just wonderful, you know? So wonderful it's to cry. Oh. Is it desperation or simply reckless abandon? Are you really going to pin all your hopes on a worthless scrap of newspaper? We won't know for sure whether or not it's worthless until we examine it, will we? Sebastian, let's examine it post-haste. Okie dokie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't see anything here except maybe the smudges, but that would be way too particular on a T. Is this a handprint?
There's something greasy on here too.
Is it oil? Judge Courtney, we'd like to request a fingerprint analysis on the paper. Could you please summon someone from forensics?
Your request is accepted. Contact the lab at once.
Dude, he's so bad at this. It's kind of insane.
Reporting, these are definitely fingerprints. However, it's from a glove.
What? Sebastian.
Didn't I tell you? It's nothing but a worthless scrap of paper. Just think about it, you know. When handling important evidence. What kind of idiot wouldn't use gloves?
Idiot. Dumbass. Charlatan. Fool. Where's the other button? Where is it?
Oh wait, wouldn't that be you? The idiot who doesn't know when to give up.
That's pretty harsh, talking to your own son like that.
What's wrong with calling an idiot an idiot?
Wrong button, but it gets the point across. I was trying to go for the
Kill yourself!
but that works too.
If you want to be the best, you have to be heartless. I have no compassion for worthless individuals. Not even my own son.
Pops!
You know, you've always called yourself a genius prosecutor, haven't you? Didn't I explain to you this morning why you were a genius up until now? That's right. It was all because of me. Because of my authority. You were always being protected. By people like Courtney and me.
Ugh.
Now, get that stinking face of yours out of my sight!
Stinking.
You know, now that I think about it, that stench might just suit you perfectly. Just keep it away from my nose, my eyes will start watering.
Wrong. You're wrong, Pops!
Sebastian, what are you talking about?
You're the one who stinks, Pops! It's you, not me!
What?
You haven't noticed, have you? You smell, Pops, so much that you can't even hide it. Mr. Edgeworth, try smelling the handprint on the newspaper.
Smell? The smelly smell? It smells like oil.
I know something that smells just like it.
Come to think of it, back then, it smells like motor oil.
That's right. The smell proves it. It proves that the culprit who hid the evidence was... It's no good. I guess I can't become the best after all. I'm too soft. I could never be so heartless. I just can't bring down my father with my own hands.
Prosecutor Debeste. Summon your courage. Become a different prosecutor from your father. Wasn't that what you decided? We are prosecutors, and as prosecutors, we stand in the courtroom. In that case, isn't it our duty to shed light on the truth? Exposing crimes and bringing criminals to justice, even if the criminal is your own father. That is your duty as a prosecutor. Didn't I promise you? You have the courage to stand up. I'll show you the way. You cannot do it alone. We shall do it together.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to present the evidence that connects this handprint with my father.
This is the smell of motor oil. Kind used for maintaining motorcycles.
Both myself and Mr. Edgeworth have smelled this exact same smell before.
Place Debeste, it was in your garage. And wouldn't you say these fingerprints have a rather peculiar shape? The 5 letters that spell out death is exactly the same as your own gloves.
You can buy gloves like that from anywhere. It doesn't prove a thing.
Is that really the case?
That's not the only thing these two pieces of evidence have in common.
The fingerprints on the newspaper was used to wrap up the bell. And Blaze's mechanic's gloves. This is the unmistakable similarity they both share.
The R.
You examine the imprint left by the letter A. You'll see it's unmistakably from this glove.
What?
That's not all. There's one more item we must take note of, namely, these dirt stains. I suggest we do a comparative analysis of the dirt stains from the newspaper and the glove. The contents match up, and it will prove to be decisive evidence.
Bailiff, please have these dirt samples sent to forensics immediately.
Edgeworth! Sebastian! You lowly prosecutors, do you have any idea who I am?
Pops, you can't run anyway. You can't run anyway, you buck. You can't run away anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been proven in court that you concealed the evidence. That you tried to cover it for the defendant.
You're saying that I'm guilty? I'll be sent to prison? Me, Blaze Debeste? A couple of snot-nosed punks are gonna make me disappear? That's gonna be so mistake!
Be a man and admit your crime.
You really think you can survive if I'm not around?
I'll be fine now. I thought I wanted to become the best prosecutor so I could get your approval, Pops. But when I was kidnapped by your men and stuck in that dark room, I started thinking, I am truly powerless. I despaired and averted my eyes from the truth. But at that moment, Mr. Edgeworth stepped in and showed me the way. And now I am no longer just a child chasing after his father's approval. I become capable. I can find evidence all on my own now.
Really nice moment. You don't have to show the picture of him being sad digging through the trash, though.
My men kidnapped you? Why would you?
Pops, I'll show you the truth you never knew. Through this trial.
Sebastian, how dare you speak to me like that? You should have just dated an idiot's son.
You may have hated me to the very end, Pops. But I've always looked up to you. Thank you for everything up until now. And goodbye.
You, since when did you? All you've ever been able to do is depend on me. Sebastian!
Damn, that shit's crazy. It's been established that the evidence was concealed by Debeste himself. A judgment regarding his concealment of evidence shall be delivered at a separate trial.
Why can't we just kill him?
The missing chisel and knife still have yet to be found. However, once a search of the waste disposal site is underway, that will surely be discovered. The knife will be found? What will happen to me if it's found?
No need to worry. You'll simply receive the punishment you deserve for your crime.
Punishment? For me? Blaze, what in the world are you doing? You, after all your boasting about being able to create your own truths and not guilty verdicts. That's why I contacted you immediately after the prison incident in the first place. And to make matters worse, you even kidnapped the wrong kid. I just can't believe this. You really are completely useless.
That was certainly a violent outburst. But you heard our prosecutor Debeste.
Yeah, you got flustered and said a bunch of important stuff, right?
Indeed. That's correct. Still doesn't seem very sure of himself.
Very well. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Bonk. Oh, fuck. What?
Huh?
Why are you back down here?
Who are you?
Judge Courtney, it's still too early for a happy ending. Things he says, well, the end is not always the end of the case.
And who might you be?
The name's Shilong Lang. I'm just a humble lone investigator.
You have some objection with this trial?
Ha! Not a chance. The defendant there is a heart as black as a moonless night.
Lang, don't tell me you're the one from 12 years ago.
You got it. Ain't this nice? Now you're finally gonna go to prison, where you belong. 12 years is a long time coming for a suspended sentence. Don't you agree?
Agent Lang, what are you talking about?
The SS5 incident from 12 years ago. It's a case I'll never forget.
12 years ago? He and my father were close friends. The clan protected the president's life as if he became a different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhengfa. Might have something to do with Lang's father and President Huang.
Patricia Rowland, and you, Blaze Debeste. Back then, the two of you killed off the Lang clan.
Were you involved in the incident 12 years ago?
That's right, I was. However, I'm not here to chase after ghosts of the past. I'm here for you, Justine Courtney.
Me?
You and one other.
John!
Miss Courtney, you're coming along too. As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zhengfa, Dijun Huang.
Agent Long, whatever do you...
Settle down, Mr. Prosecutor. Investigation has only just begun. We're going back in time. We're going to inspect the crime scene with the suspects in attendance.
Agent Lang, did he get his hands on some new pieces of evidence?
If you have any objections, then you can tag along as well.
I shall do just that. The end of the trial is not always the end of the case. There's still many mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster and... true identity of the person on the other end of the phone. Oh man, but those things will have to wait for tomorrow. Oh boy. Fucking Ace Attorney, dude. I'm excited to wrap things up. Get out of my face. Whew, that was fun. We'll be back tomorrow with maybe, hopefully, the finale. And then Ace Attorney will be over on the stream until Capcom decides to release Ace Attorney 7 from Purgatory. But yeah, for now, that is it. Let me see if I can rate anybody. Oh yeah, Fidel is finishing up Mario Wonder. I wanted to check that out anyway. Let's go hop over there. Bonk. All right, and I will see you around. Thank you for stopping by. See ya.